Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Is this thing on? Hi, everybody. First YouTube stream. How's the quality? Everything look good? Everything look good? Everything sound good? Type 1 in chat if everything looks good, everything sounds good. Very nice, very nice. Hello, everybody. Tournament should be starting soon. Is the $15,000 Dedsafio Royale, the final live event of the year, happening in DreamHack Valencia. Big live event for Clash Royale in Spain happening right now. I think there's some technical difficulties on the production side of things. Once I have gameplay for you guys, I'm going to be getting that up for y'all shortly. Are we getting emote for watching this? I don't believe so. Could be wrong. What are some good miner decks? I think Miner, Mortar, Poison Log with Mighty Miner and Goblins and Ice Spirit. And probably a Phoenix or maybe a Musketeer for the last card. It's definitely a solid deck. Are you feeling good? I'm feeling great. How about you guys? Hi, Caitlin. Is Muhammad Light playing? I don't believe so. We'll see if I can get the player list for you guys. So it looks like it's Arden Toas and Red CR are the ones that qualified. The 9 invited players are Surgical Goblin, Lucas X Gamer, Morton, Ruben, IMJP, Vitor, Hobby14, and Bale. So we got those players. 2 players from the offline qualifier from DreamHack Valencia and 1 player from an online qualifier. Get them dubs, Juicy. You got this? I mean, I'm not playing. I'm just casting, but I got you. Your streams provide the best escape. Thank you, Juicy. Yo, Jot, I appreciate that. Not streaming on Twitch? No, streaming on YouTube today. I'm going to start streaming my casting stuff on YouTube and then my like gameplay stuff, like my own gameplay stuff on my Twitch channel, my TikTok channel. Kind of like split it up a little bit. And also I think it's just high quality content for the YouTube channel, but also the other big reason is like everyone has YouTube, right? So like if I'm getting, I think it's like really good for exposure when it comes to like casting big events, basically. You forgot Felipe? Yeah, Felipe might be the person who made it through the online qualifier. I like the live one here. Let's go. Still no clean feed. Once I have gameplay or like, yeah, basically there's some sort of problem on the side of production. I'll just chat with you guys until we get that. Let's go, GG. Let's go, Coder. When will the games start? Games are supposed to start in about, I mean, they were supposed to start 2 minutes ago. Not really sure what's going on the production side of things. Like I said, I'm just a lowly English caster, you know. How's your Christmas season so far? Honestly, I've been having a good time. How about you? Can you say hi back? Yo, what's up, Taco Frenzy? Who are you facing off? Who are facing off in the first game? I don't have that information for you quite yet. Once I do, I will let you know. 100%. Let me make a tweet real quick about being live. Let's see. Let me get that YouTube link. I got my first champion yesterday. Congrats. Which one did you get? Which one did you get, bro? Which one did you get, bro? If you guys are interested in what the prize pool is 15,000 euro prize pool. 6K to first place. Top 2 get 3K. Top 3 to 4 gets 1K. And top 5 to 8 gets 650. Top 9 through 12 gets 350. Who is playing? We have, I believe, Surgical Goblin, Lucas Ice Gamer, Morton, Ruben, INJP, Vitor, Javi, and Bale. There's also Arden Toas, who qualified through the offline qualifier alongside Red CR. And then I believe Felipe is qualifying and playing online. I think he qualified through the online qualifier. Who do you guys think is going to win this tournament? I mean, I got my money on Morton. I picked Morton to win the CRL World Finals. Obviously, Muhammad Light beat him, but he got second place. Muhammad Light's not in this tournament, so I definitely can see Morton coming up on top here. Yo, what's up, Dwal? Prince Charming spitting facts. Nice. Looks like all of the casters are in the same boat as me, guys. It looks like the production is just, I don't know, there must be an issue. There must be some sort of hold up here. The clean feed is not provided for us quite yet. I guess let's just hang out and chat while we wait for that. Let me know if you guys got any questions about the tournament, about the players, about Clash Royale, about my Clash Royale career that I retired from back in 22. Drop any questions chat right now. I'm going to do my best to answer them. Juicy, your Splash Art King. Thank you, Jonah. I think Morton's going to win this one. Yeah, I think so too. Do you think that the Golden Knight dash is broken? 100% completely broken. They changed it so that it always dashes to the tower, and there's like no way you can defend it now. At least like before, it was pretty OP. Like it would dash across the arena, like you get a lot of value, especially when paired with the tornado. But now, just like no matter what, will go straight to your tower, and it's like impossible to defend. I don't ever think that there should be ever any like cards in the game that are impossible to defend. Live does not show up in Clash Royale yet. Yeah, probably not until they get this fixed. You're talking about in the app, right, laddie? Or do you mean like my category is wrong on YouTube? Do you think the Monk is OP? I think it's pretty OP. The nerf to 5 elixir definitely made it a little bit more balanced though. Wait, you were a pro player? Yes, I was. So in 2019, you can see this medal behind me right here. I was the solos world champion for Clash Royale when I was 17 years old. I also played in CRL season 1 and 2 for Team Liquid and Team Misfits respectively. That's how I lose most of the time. You like GoldenEye crazy dashes. Yeah, I can see that. Where can I see the roster? I would check out esports.clashroyale.com. Any tips for climbing trophies free to play? You want to really focus on upgrading your deck. You want to be working on your masteries. Maybe play some classic challenges or some grand challenges, stuff like that. Try and upgrade your deck. It's definitely not easy. Wait, what's going on? Why stream on YouTube? Yo, what's up, Frack? We're just streaming on YouTube for the casting today. I'm gonna start streaming all of my casting of like tournaments and stuff on the YouTube channel. When do I get the Hog Rider emote with the Santa hat? I think that emo is in the Path of Legends. I think you have to get up like into like Champion League or something like this. Any Twitch streams today? Gotta renew my sub. I don't think so. I'm probably gonna be streaming tomorrow on my Twitch channel. Probably gonna stream tomorrow on my Twitch channel around 1 p.m. Well, probably around 1 or 2 p.m. Central Time. We'll do some ladder pushing. Maybe grind some grand challenges. Maybe I'll try and get up to like 7,500 in the casual like ladder game mode thing. I'm gonna make a Discord announcement here as well. Everyone, I am live on YouTube, casting the $15,000 Dedsafio Legends live tournament that is happening in DreamHack Valencia in Spain. I am going to be casting all future tournaments on my YouTube channel as well, so make sure to subscribe. Make sure to subscribe, everyone. Just a quick reminder. Why is the hog rider in the back? Oh, the hog rider here. So like I said, when I was the world champion in 2019, I won this gold medal, but the hog rider is also the trophy for winning that. There's only 40 of these ever made. It's like one of the most rare Clash Royale kind of like things. Yo, we got the wall coming with a 40. I don't even know what currency that is. What currency is that? Thank you so much for the donation. W indeed, bro. I appreciate you. Super chat OP. Can I get some love in the chat for DeWall, guys? Do you have to a coach who helped you get so good? I would say I kind of coached myself. I kind of did like analytical work for myself most of the time. But the coach / analyst that helped me during my world championship run in 2019, shout out to George Trainer Dippets. He helped me pick all my decks. He was definitely one of the biggest like parts of that win for me. So shout out to him. Yo, what's up, Clash Royale Esports in the chat? Everyone say hi, the official Clash Royale Esports account. Hello, hello. No way, no way. Waiting for that clean feed link at the moment. Apologies for the hold up here, guys. I'm waiting for some issues to be resolved on the production side. I'm not sure quite what's going on. I got no info. Yo, we got Cool Bro Liddy coming with a $10 donation, the $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Would you eat a hot dog on stream? I would definitely do that. I'm sure I've done it before as well. What's my favorite champion? My favorite champion is probably the Archer Queen. I love the Archer Queen. I think it's one of the cards in the game where like you can get so, I mean, obviously all the champions provide a lot of value, but I don't know. There's nothing more satisfying in the game than using an Archer Queen ability on defense, protecting her enough and able to get a second Archer Queen ability on the offense or something like that. And if you ever get the legendary 3 Queen Archer Queen ability, you're basically 3 crowning them. It's one of those cards when it's played correctly, it's just so satisfying. Once again, shout out to Cool Bro Liddy. Thank you so much for that $10, bro. You're a beast. Shout out to you. Are we going live on Twitch too? No, just live on YouTube. I'm gonna be streaming all of my like casting stuff on YouTube from now on. Do you like Archer Queen feet? I'm gonna have a fat pass on that one. Surprisingly enough. Can you put on that jersey? Not right now. Maybe another time. Do you think that GoldenEye plus E-Giant cycles is still viable? Yes, I think actually like GoldenEye E-Giant with like Phoenix and Bomber and Cannon and Barbarian Barrel Like that's like a really solid deck in the meta still. And lightning. Golden Knight, anything is broken now. Golden Knight just dashes straight to the tower every time. It's kind of crazy. Giga Chad, yo, thanks Mario. Can you wear the Samsung shirt? No, not right now. Thoughts on the upcoming Rage? So what it seems to be, I think the Rage is going to be able to, I think the Rage is going to be able to do damage now, decrease radius. It has a little bit of a knockback. I think it's going to be fairly similar to kind of Snowball in a way. It won't kill goblins all the way. But like, just imagine you go for a Hog Rider, right? They go for a Skeleton Army and you drop the Rage. You kill the Skeleton Army and then the Hogs Rage too. I think it's going to be really OP. I don't know. We'll see. Hi, Toto. What's up? Do you think Wizard and Witch need a buff? Interesting idea. I mean, I think the Wizard and Witch maybe... I don't think the Witch needs to be changed. I think she's like fairly balanced. Like she's used a little bit, tiny bit in certain specific decks. The Wizard, maybe not a buff, but maybe a rework. Maybe make him 4 elixir. Reduce his damage and his splash radius a little bit. Something like this. You can counter Goblin Barrel with a new rage spell. It won't fully kill goblins. There's no way they're gonna release the rage to fully kill goblins. But it will have the knockback. I'm guessing they'll probably get 1 or 2 hits. All right, I'm getting some info from the admin / production team, guys. So looks like there's a problem. They're gonna be sending in the clean feed to us casters very soon. Just don't have it quite yet. Apologies. Thank you guys so much for your patience. Not sure what's wrong. The previous event finished later than expected. Oh, I got you. So it looks like at the live event in DreamHack Valencia, the event that was happening before the Clash Royale one, it took a little bit longer than expected. So that's why we're a little bit delayed right now. That makes a lot more sense. Do you have Clash Clans? I do not. Well, I do. I think it's on my app. I just haven't played it in like a really long time. It's probably been like 8 or 9 months since I last opened that. I've been waiting for your live to see you play a Royal Tournament. Wait, when does the Royal Tournament come out? Is Royal Tournament out today? Maybe I should do a stream today and try and push up to like #1 in the Royal Tournament on the Twitch channel. Rage Cycle, yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Then they should make Rage Spirit instead. I've thought about that. I think that's definitely an option that they could have gone with here for Rage. Please do it. I promise to donate subs. I'll think about it, Frack. Here's my plan for today. We're gonna cast this $15,000 bracket here for this tournament, right? And then I gotta go to my sister's basketball game. I'm gonna go eat dinner or like an early dinner with my grandma. She's in town. And maybe my cousins. And then I'm gonna get back home probably. And maybe I'll do a stream. We'll see. Not sure. Oh, I forgot. I also have a other dinner that I said I was gonna go with 2 of my friends I haven't seen in a while later tonight. And then I think I'm going to a little bit of a get together as well with some other friends, actually. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to stream the Royal Tournament, but if I don't do it today, I am going to do it tomorrow. Mr. Popular. Yeah. I never kind of like, I always thought I was an introvert, but like talking to my girlfriend, like she's making me realize I'm kind of an extrovert. Guys, don't forget to use code JuicyJ. It's a great idea, Dewall. Thank you so much. Remember to use creator code JuicyJ, guys. Pecker Bridge with the minions viable. 100%. 100%, especially after the minions buff. Is there a loser's bracket? No, I believe it is just single elimination. All right, looks like we got the clean feed. Here we go. Copy link. Browser source. Beautiful. Is there volume though? Let's check it out. This is the bracket. This is what it looks like, guys. Round 1. I am JP versus Felipe, Lucas versus Arden Toas, Javi versus Vitor, and Wallace versus Red. Interesting to see Morton, Bale, and Surgical Goblin and Ruben get those buys straight into the second round for them. Probably based off of some sort of like previous matchup here. Why you stream on YouTube instead of Twitch? I'm gonna start streaming all of my casting and like tournament like overviews basically on my YouTube channel rather than the Twitch channel, and then I'll stick to like my gameplay and stuff like that onto my Twitch and TikTok lives. Are you able to mod when you see my name in chat? Yeah, let me try that. Oh, looks like YouTube does not work the same as Twitch. I don't know what the YouTube command for modding is. Add moderator. Boom. Thanks. Thank you, Laddie. But yeah, this is going to be the bracket for today. So who do you guys think is going to win from IMJP, and Philippa? I think I'm going to go for IMJP to win in the first round. I think I'm going to pick Lucas. Well, who do you guys think is going to win? Lucas or Arden Toas in the second one here? Oh, that's actually tough. Lucas or Arden Toas for first round here? What do you guys think? Arden? Lucas? Arden? Interesting. I mean, they're both really good players, both CRL World finalists. I think neither of them perform very well in live events. Like, I think nerves would get to them both. I would say, I don't know. I think I'm gonna give it to Lucas. That's what I think. Okay, and then we have Javi versus Vitor. Another tough pick, but I'm gonna go with Vitor here. And then Wallace versus Red. I'm definitely gonna pick Wallace. So I'm just going to keep going through the bracket here and what I think is going to happen. So then we're going to have Morton versus IMJP, right? I think Morton's going to beat IMJP. And then we're going to have Bale versus Lucas. I think Lucas is going to beat Bale. I think. Don't know. Definitely could go either way there as well. Surgical Goblin versus Vitor. I think Vitor is going to beat Surgical Goblin. And then we'll have Ruben versus Wallace. That one's probably one of the hardest ones. I'm gonna kind of go for maybe a weird pick and pick Wallace here. I think Wallace is going to beat like Ruben. And then we're going to have Morton, Lucas, Vitor, and Wallace. I think Morton's going to beat Lucas. I think Vitor is going to beat Wallace. And then we're going to see Morton and Vitor in the final of the grand final bracket. And then Morton's going to win and he's going to take it home. That's my prediction for the entire bracket here. What do you guys think? I think it's a solid prediction. With Skeleton Graveyard, how do you get more chip damage? I think the biggest thing is making sure you have like a good defense and then counter push. When you go for your Graveyard, you want to make sure to support it with your poison to kill whatever they're using to kill your Graveyard so that you can get those skeleton connections. I almost 100% agree. Okay, let's go. Is Vitor that good? Vitor is very good. He's Zero World finalist. Yeah. He's very good at this game, that's for sure. What's your favorite card in the game? Probably Tornado. Do you still play Graveyard? Yeah, I still play Graveyard. I think for this season I want to kind of branch out a little bit. Maybe I'll go back to Splasher at some point, but I kind of see myself playing some Hog Earthquake this season, and maybe even some Electro Giant this season. How old are you? I'm 20 years old. Do you miss playing these types of tournaments? I do sometimes, but honestly, most of the time I don't. Like, I really love casting. It's one of my passions. Just talking about Clash Royale is just something I can do for hours, and I mean, I do. I stream like 5 to 6 hours a day. I love casting tournaments like this, watching the best of the best play, and we're just really getting into the commentary. I think I'm really good at like quickly analyzing and commentating on what's happening in heated moments of a match. And basically like bringing the viewers like a perspective that most people can't, like being an ex-pro player and keeping up with the meta in the game. Like, I love being able to bring you guys like a little step closer to the mindset of the pros, so you guys can really enjoy what you're watching. Who's right? I don't know. Honestly, I'm the same boat as you. I'm not 100% sure. You should try HogX NATO. Got me from 15 to 18 in a couple weeks. Nice. I would agree. I'm subbed on TikTok, so I watch all the time. Yo, thank you, man. One of the best casters for sure. Thank you. Best caster out there. You guys are too much. Thank you, Dark. Appreciate you. Show's starting in 3 minutes. Are you guys excited? I lost 6 again in the World Tournament. That's a rip. That's a rip. August NATO's good for sure. Let's see. Is there a loser bracket? No, sir. What you see on your screen is the entire bracket. Whole thing should maybe take 2 hours, maybe even less. It's gonna go quick. It is definitely going to go quick. Best of 5, best of 3s. I would assume it is best of 3s duels formatting. Thanks to your splash related tips, went from 15, 11, and 5 of the global tournament. Not bad. Will there be King of the Hill or just 1v1s? Just 1v1s. It's not a team tournament. Just a 1v1 tournament. Just gonna be probably, I believe it's gonna be best of 3 duels formatting. Where's Muhammad Light? Muhammad Light not playing in the tournament. Most of the players here are kind of just from Spain, I guess. It is this live event is happening in Valencia, DreamHack Valencia in Spain. You need 5 more to get top 50 in the global tournament? You got it, bro. I believe. Morton, yeah, I think Morton will win this tournament for sure. A minute 25 until the show starts, guys. If you guys are new to the stream, this is a $15,000 Clash Royale tournament. We're looking at the bracket right here. This is a live event as well, so you have the nerves of playing live. Last live event of the year. Best of the best, gonna be duking it out. I got my money on Morton to win this, but there's a lot of other good players that can definitely take it home. I think the other players that definitely got it in them are Lucas, Vitor, of course, Rubens definitely got a chance. I think Wallace could also really make a big debut for himself here. When I say debut, I mean like debut in the way that he could like debut himself as like a champion, get that trophy. Good luck to all the players. Who do you guys think is going to win? Let me know your predictions in the chat right now. I think Morton's going to win too. Lucas. Morton's got it. Surgical Goblin. Morton, Muhammad Light. Muhammad Light not playing, or else he probably would win. When's it starting? Very soon. Oh, here we go. Where is my audio? Oh, there's the audio. I was there for a second. These guys look hyped. I really wish I was there. I am JP on the right. They got clear stands. I feel like they could look at each other's screens like super easily. Look how close together they are. It looks like there's no audio on the stream. Quick shout out to Cool Bro Liddy. What's your favorite type of meat? Huh? Sorry. I like steak, man. I like steak. It's good. Thank you so much for the $10 donation, sir. Deck is amazing. What's your deck? OJ will win. Cap. What kind of cut of steak? A ribeye. I like a ribeye steak, medium cooked. Are you going live on Twitch today? Probably not. I'm going to be live tomorrow, probably around 1 or 2 p.m. Central Time. We'll be doing the Royal Tournament. Please, audio. Not on me, guys. Not on me. It's something to do with the production. You're cute. Yo, thanks, bro. Appreciate you. Let's have one last look at the bracket here, guys. I'm JP versus Felipe going to be happening up first very shortly. We're going to be going through all the matches today, I believe. We're going to be doing Lucas versus Arden, Javi versus Vitor, Wallace versus Red. Morton, Bale, Surgical Goblin, and Ruben having those buys here for in the first round. Is Mighty Miner OP? 100%, man. My dude is a speedy boy now. How do I join the tournament? Can't join at this point. 9 of these players were invited, and 3 were able to qualify. You know when the CRL 2023 will start? I do not know. It's a good question. Is Mighty Miner or Golden Knight more OP? I would probably say Mighty Miner is a little bit more OP. It's just so versatile with his ability. The speed makes it so that he can lock onto things really quickly and just take them down with his drill that charges up. Obviously the Golden Knight is very strong and always is able to find a way to dash to the tower, but it's not OP. I mean, I would say Golden Knight's more broken, and then Mighty Miner is a little bit more overpowered, if that makes sense. Do you know when the CRL 2023 will start? I do not. What do you think of the poison nerf buff, or is it fine as it is? I think poison's fine. It's definitely really strong, but I think it's fine. I don't think it needs to be changed. Should I use Zap or Snowball? I prefer Snowball a little bit more just because you have that knockback capability. Really can allow like connections with Hog Riders, stuff like that, or it's just really good on defense versus, you know, anything. Being able to fully counter Goblin Barrels. Any troop plus a Snowball can like fully counter Hog Riders. Knocking back, just stuff like that is just really important. How many matches today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Should be 9 matches today overall in this 12-man bracket. Can you rank all the champions? I probably can. I think the ranking of the champions is gonna go. I guess Mighty Miner got to be number 1 right now after that speed buff. Second, probably it's tough. I think we'll go Mighty Miner, Golden Knight. Yeah, I'll go Mighty Miner, Golden Knight, and then I'll go Monk, Archer Queen, Skeleton King. That's tough. They're all like pretty equal right now. Looks like we are hopping to the gameplay here, guys. Let's get into it. IMGP at the top of your screen. Felipe at the bottom here. Felipe with the Giant Skelly in the East Spear. Probably a roll of Giant deck. IMJP with the Miner, Monk, Phoenix. Felipe looks a little bit nervous to me. Shaking back and forth. JP, he's locked in. He's been here before. He knows what's up. Guards round from JP. You're going to counter this ghost quite nicely. Law going to come out from Felipe. So, JP, I think, has a pretty solid matchup here going against Royal Giant here with the Mortar Miner control. Having the guards for the DPS. Having the Monk as well. Poison plus Log, counting those Archer Queens from Felipe. That's going to be a very solid interaction to have. Just to prevent 3-card cycle and prevent that Queen from getting really any value. Giant scaling the back. JP kind of leaking a bit of elixir. He goes for an E-Spear on this Queen. And the Queen does pop the ability quite nicely. He's going to get 2 big shots. Don't get me 3. Ooh, almost 3. 2 shots to stop there, though. Okay, really nice Fisherman here. Going to pull that in. This ability is going to tank and get a bit of chip damage. Phoenix is cleaning everything up from the sky here as well. Felipe does not have an air card in cycle to deal with that. So much value from the Phoenix here. Phoenix counter pushing out the bridge here. Miner as well on this ghost to basically get the Phoenix to have even more value to try and kill that ghost. Not going to work out the way he wanted it to. Law going to come through and take everything out. Giant stealing back from Felipe now. JP is pretty confident in another defense here. Just Monk, Phoenix. Goes to the opposite lane this time. Ice Spirit down. Guard surrounding the Ghost on the opposite lane. The ability's going to pop once again. Get some extra chip damage while this Phoenix takes us out. Queen in cycle this time, though. Poison plus Law going to take that out quite nicely, though. Mortar on the defense, preparing here. Here comes the RG in the opposite lane. Monk is down for that. Poison plus Law going to take this Queen out. Giant Skelly defending this Monk. You know, JP's just defending quite nicely throughout here. He's into overtime now. Felipe looks like he has lightning for his spells, so these mortars are really tough to break through. RG one side, Ghost plus Giant Skelly on the other. Phoenix and guards can take that out. Monk is down here, preventing the Fisherman from pulling anything, knocking that RG back. A Law going to come through as well. That is going to be a dead Royal Giant once again. Is he going to counter push with a miner here potentially? Felipe's got the E-Spirit and the Giant Skelly down. Ability is going to pop here just to get some extra chip damage once again. And JP is totally fine with just continuing to defend here. Archer Queen up high. This poison is so valuable, hitting every single troop on the map. That poison just killed Felipe's entire deck. Mortar going to finish off this Archer Queen along with the log. Giant Skelly in the back once again. Felipe's got a minute left in the match here if he wants to try and win this game. He needs to make a dual lane pressure with 2 Royal Giants to make it happen. He also needs to get a pre-log plus a E-Spirit to kill the guards. Fireball actually is the spell here. He's going to drop on top of that. And look at this, though. The double Phoenixes are just shredding that Royal Giant. Egg is going to respawn here from JP as well. And here comes the counter push now. Fireball going to drop on everything. Miner's in on the tower with the poison as well. Queen's going to try and help out on the defense here. Ability from JP, not going to happen. Still, overall, a great offensive sequence. And with only 15 seconds left, I don't think Felipe has the opportunity to make anything happen right now. Fireball's going to drop on this mortar. Another mortar is going to come down, though, to stall this Royal Giant. 4 seconds left. RG can't make it to the tower. And that is going to be game. JP going to take the first match here. Woo. Well played from both players there. JP just with a little bit better of a matchup advantage and going to take that very, very nice win. Good stuff all around. Monk, even at 5 elixir, showing why he's still probably in the top 3 when it comes to champions. Volume up, please. All right, I can crank the volume up for the next game. And apologies for the static. I'm getting some information that the static for the audio is being worked on currently. Javi versus Vitor and Wallace versus Red are off stream, so we're not going to be seeing those. That's sad. Would have loved to see those matches. That was some crazy Monk plays with Chip won the game. Yeah, 100%. The Monk was always getting the chip damage. I think JP only went for like 1, maybe 2 offensive miners the entire time. And he just focused on having great defense. Do you think the Phoenix is good? Yes. I think the Phoenix nerf, like to make it so it dies to lightning, it definitely was a solid nerf. It definitely doesn't get as much value as it did before. It has a lot less counter push value. Overall, still a really good card. It's like just a straight up better Mega Minion, and it hits really hard and it hits fast. It's really good at defending. Can you hear the other commentators? Yeah, you're not supposed to hear the other commentators. When we're in the game, I will make sure that the volume is a little bit higher for you guys. The other thing to mention is there is some static. I was trying to lower the volume a little bit because there's some static that's quite annoying. The production team's working on it. Thank you guys for your patience once again. I appreciate y'all coming through. We are... Will you get a Badger emote? I don't believe there's a Badger emote for this tournament. I wanted to see Wallace. Me too, honestly. Me too. We should be hopping in the next match of JP versus Felipe quite shortly. Felipe does have to get the win in this next match to force it to a game 3. Where is Rich? I believe Rich is busy. All right, we're into it, guys. Lava Skelly King from Felipe. JP with the Inferno Drag Lumberloon freeze potentially. You can see the previous decks on the left-hand side. None of these cards on the left can be repeated. Will Felipe get a zap or snowball on this Inferno Dragon? Doesn't look like it. And JP's going to get a nice defensive freeze here. Flying Machine at the bridge, though. E-Drag going to drop onto that Flying Machine and take everything out quite nicely. Well played from both players here. Felipe applying a lot of pressure to start this game off. Even on Elixir as well. We'll see what this next play from these players are going to be. My guess is JP will wait for his opponent to make the first play. He's going to leak a little bit of Elixir. No, he just goes for a Lumberjack at the bridge. Felipe going to respond with the Phoenix here. Wow, Lava Hound at the bridge in front of the Phoenix. Inferno Dragon is down for the defense, though. A Barb Barrel from JP to try and kite this Phoenix back, but he misplayed it one tile to the left. Had to walk around the bridge a little bit there. Here comes a Miner in. Boulder is going to be down to try and knock that towards the King Tower. Wow, what a play. Beautiful King Tower activation. Skelly King going to drop on this left-hand side, though. An E-Drag on the right rather than the left. That's interesting. Tornado going to get forced out to stop that Skelly King ability. JP a little bit, you know, he's a little hot. He's shaking his shirt. He's trying to maybe get himself a little bit calmed down. Not perfect plays there. Wow, but the freeze drops, forcing out the arrows. That was a really heads-up freeze. I did not expect that. Lumber, no balloon. Interesting. Lumberjack going to get a couple extra shots there. JP's back in the damage lead. Barbarian Barrel distract this Phoenix. Lava Hound in the back. Inferno Dragon is down to get ready for the defense here. E-Drag here as well. Miner Skelly King opposite lane going to tank for this Phoenix. Boulder's down to kill this egg and tank for everything. Flying Machine on the left from Felipe trying to snipe these dragons out. A really nice tornado though from JP going to bring that Flying Machine in range of tower. Inferno Dragon on the Phoenix here, but it gets pulled back. Inferno Dragon doesn't lock, and the minions here as well from Felipe try and kill this. It's a battle of the bridge. Will this egg respawn? No, it will not. Double dragons and a balloon kind of pushing now. Arrow's gonna drop, kill that Inferno Dragon. Phoenix here as well. Felipe is playing this really well. That was some great defense, and now JP has to defend these air units without any air units from him in cycle. He goes for a freeze. What? Okay, we're back. Some problems with the production once again, unfortunately, guys. You can't tell me that wasn't funny, though. The chair cam. Lumberjack in the back to try and predict a miner. He misses the prediction here. Phoenix in the back, minions on that side. Felipe just has so many cards in his deck that deal with air here. JP cannot find a way to get a balloon to the tower. Bowler's trying to tank, but the miners in the back. Tornado has to pull that. Felipe might just take a dub versus JP in this game too here. Inferno Dragon down to try and snipe this Flying Machine out. Freeze as well is forced out. But that's a lot of elixir. Now Felipe is pressuring Phoenix. Minions bridge left hand side. E-Drag comes down. E-Drag's getting wiped out by those minions though. Egg gonna get some damage. Miner does not get picked up. And Miner's gonna get that final shot. Felipe just needs one round of arrows or one more Miner hit to finish the game off. Balloon at the bridge. Minions is protecting though. Tornado to try and pull these minions back, but the Miner's gonna connect. JP with the good game call out here. Felipe tying it up. It's 1-1 in this best of 3, guys. Anything could happen in this next match. Woo, he's sweating. I can see he's going a little bit like this, a little bit of pressure here and there. It's 1-1 in the best of 3. Will Felipe have a crazy upset versus IMJP here? That would be insane. Are you the Golden Knights? Yes, 100%. No, I'm just kidding. Chair is number 1. Facts. The chair cam is OP. Check out let's check out JP. You know, the players gonna be picking their next deck. It is a duels formatting best of 3, like I said. Meaning that none of the cards that these players have played previously can be repeated. Sorry, I don't have any. Usually the production has some games or like some background sound that I can put up here. But well, you just have to be patient and listen to this ASMR. Looks like the players are done picking their decks. I'm sure we're going to hop into this game 3 very soon. Do you like Bandit or Goldeneye better? It just depends on the situation. I definitely think Goldeneye is an overall stronger card, though. Do you get a badge for this? No, there's no badge or in-game rewards for watching this, guys. Sorry. JP, get ready, y'all. He's going to start yelling. You think he's going to yell? Let's cut back to the chair. Can we get a quick cut back to the chair? I don't know. Maybe I can play some like NCS lo-fi. Hopefully I don't get like a copyright strike for playing this music. How many more matches after this? I mean, we're going to do this best of 3. I think 2 of the matches are going to be played off stream. I think we're going to do 1 more for the first round. And then my guess is for the second round, we'll be going over all 4 matches. So after this, I would say 5, probably 6 more matches, including the finals. What's more important, ladder or leagues? Obviously ladder is really important for like unlocking certain cards. Like once you get to up to certain trophy counts, you can unlock stuff like the monk, different champions, stuff like that. Leagues is more important, like just for the competitive side of things. Like if you're interested in like pushing the top, placing well on ladder, stuff like that. All right, here we go, guys. Hopping into the third and final match of this best of 3. Felipe at the top here with the Mighty Miner Hog Earthquake. JP with the Zappies and the Ghosts. Most likely going to be a Royal Hogs deck. After seeing the E-Spirit, though, it's probably Royal Giant. Yes, it's definitely a Royal Giant versus Hog Earthquake Mortar. Fisherman going to draw up here. Gonna pull that Musketeer in quite nicely. Jeez, they're cranking that game volume. Fisherman doesn't have much counter push value. It's going to get taken out. Overall in the matchup here, I would say that JP definitely has it. He's got the Zappies and the Fisherman to pull in and kill those Mighty Miners. He has the Royal Giant to defend the Mortars. You can defend the Hog Raiders quite nicely with the Fisherman's after getting King Tar activation. Hunter plus E-Spirit or Hunter plus Log is another great way to counter Hog as well. E-Spirit distract this Mortar. Hunter down in the middle as well. I probably would have gone for a RG if I was JP there, but I'm not sure if he had the RG in cycle. Probably not. So Hunter's going to have to do its best here to try and take the Mortar out. It is going to get that second shot and it is going to be successful in that venture. Here comes the Hog though. JP does have the Fisherman in cycle, but he doesn't get the King Tar activation. Oh, I think that's a mistake. He could have got a King Tar activation there. Instead, he's going to take a bit of damage. Ghost and Fisherman counter pushing. Fire Spirit going to absorb 1 shot from the Ghost. It's not going to get a second shot in the tower. Pretty close game at the moment. Defensive Mortar from Felipe and a Musketeer in the back. He played that Musketeer in the back on the wrong side though. I wouldn't be surprised to see JP take some lightning value here either. Yep, there's the lightning going to take the building and that Musketeer out. Fire Spirit the bridge from Felipe along with some Goblins, Hog, Mighty Miner, and Musketeer on the right side taking this Royal Giant out. Interesting. I wonder why JP didn't go for Zappies or something like this in order to prevent that Mighty Miner from just taking out the entire RG there. Here comes another Royal Giant. Ghost E-Spirit down. Snowball as well. Okay, the Snowball's going to help out quite nicely versus the Hog Riders. Would not be surprised to see a Lightning right now on the Musketeer. Nope, no Lightning. preparing for another defense. Felipe with a snowball. Will the Goblin get a shot because of that snowball? Yes, it does. E-Spirit down here. Fisherman here as well. Mortar going to take this Fisherman out, though. Earthquake dropping for some chip damage. Felipe's in a solid spot right now. He's got a damage lead. He just has to hold on to it. And JP's having a really hard time breaking through right now. Mighty Miner in the back towards that Royal Giant. Here comes another Hog Rider to pressure. JP still doesn't have a King Tower activation. He has to snowball that back. Fisherman is down. Is going to pull that Mighty Miner. Musketeer on the left is a threat, though. Ghost going to drop down top of that. Here comes another Hog Rider with the Mighty Miner tanking. He goes for the snowball, but it's not enough. That Hog Rider's at full health right now, and it gets the shots. Felipe is just a minute and 10 seconds away from taking a massive upset here versus JP. Musketeer not able to get the shot off. Zappy getting a little bit of chip damage right inside. Here comes a Hog Rider right now. Zappy's down to drop. Here comes a Fisherman as well. Will the King Tower activation come through? No, Zappy's going to prevent that. Mighty Miner on the left is going to get stunned by the Zappy, though. Earthquake. Lightning drops and everything. E-Spirit comes through and a snowball that kills the Goblins. RG's at half health, locked in the left-hand side tower. Mortar's going to drop down to push that back. Musketeer here as well. Snowball dropping to slow everything down. Lightning comes down, takes the Musketeer out. Mortar gets the shot on the tower, though. Fisherman gets distracted by the Goblins. Snowball's going to drop down and get a little bit chip. 30 seconds left. Zappy's high here. Earthquake chip from Felipe. JP needs another connection with his RG now. He needs it yesterday. Musketeer down for the defense. It snipes out one of those Zappies. Locked on the RG now. Snowball going to slow everything down. RG's already dead. Lightning can't hit everything. Snowball drops down. JP does not have enough direct damage to finish this game off. 5 seconds left. And that is going to be it. Felipe coming out here with the craziest upset I've ever seen. Taking out I Am JP in the first round of this tournament. Can you believe it? What? There's no way. I did not expect to see JP lose that one. Wow. W's in the chat for Felipe. Huge debut for him here. Huge debut. Taking out JP of all people. Wild. Absolutely wild. I want to know why they have a stand. I think it's there to put your device on if you want, but JP looks like way too tall to like bend down, like play with his phone on that stand there. Whew. That was insane. I did not expect that at all. Juicy's commentating better than a CRL 2022 commentator. Joke's on you. I was a CRL 2022 commentator. I was one of the 4 main English casters that was casting the World Finals this year. Hope to do it again next year. You gonna play or no? I'm just casting this tournament out today. Is Phoenix still viable in this meta? 100% Phoenix still one of the best cards in the game. Definitely a lot more balanced than it used to be, but overall very solid still. Can you explain the format? It's a 12-man bracket. 4 of the players got a bye. 8 of the players are duking it out in the first round right now. It's best of 3 duels formatting. So if you ever play a card within the best of 3, you're not able to repeat the card. Obviously, it's a best of 3, so whoever wins 2 first wins. Yeah, that's basically the format. It's 15,000 euro prize pool. Let me go over the breakdown for the prize pool for you guys. Top 1's going to take home 6,000 euros. Top 2 gets that 3,000 euros. Top 3 to 4, 1,000 euros. 5 through 8, 650 euros. And 9 through 12, still taking home 350 for getting invited to the tournament or / qualifying. Can we see the bracket? Not under my control. If the bracket does pop up on the feed that I get from the producers, I'll make sure to throw it up for you guys. But if I remember correctly, it's JP versus Felipe. We saw Felipe take the win here. I think the next match that are happening off stream are Javi versus Vitor and Wallace versus Red. Those are happening off stream. The one that we are going to be seeing next on stream, I believe, is... this is perfect. We get the bracket up here for you guys. Yeah, it's going to be, I believe, Lucas versus Arden Toas. Oh. I guess we're getting a nice view of the trophy here now. Yeah, Lucas versus Arden Toas is the other first round match here that we're going to be seeing next. I like this guy. They don't give a sound for some reason, but I like him. He seems like he's full energy. Here's Lucas on the right here, Arden Toas on the left, guys. Looks like the staff is getting them set up to play. Can't wait. See, Morton is in. I think he wins this. I think so too. He's second at the CRL League World Finals. You know, Muhammad Light is not here in this tournament, so I think Morton is going to take it home, but who knows? Maybe the underdog Felipe, after beating JP, is just going to get this rush of confidence and just destroy this entire bracket, taking out every single pro in his path. Wish we could see hand cam videos on how pro players make adjustments. I mean, I used to be a pro. I'll show you how I hold my phone. So I hold like this. I put both my thumbs, and you know, I think it's really important to use like one of your like thumbs to select cards and the other to place. Like if you're going like this and this, or like this and this with one hand, it's like not as good as going boom, 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 you know, like that. I don't know if that makes sense. Just when is the next tournament you're gonna play in? I actually retired from my Clash Royale kind of pro kind of yeah, I was a pro in Clash Royale from when I was like 15 years old. I signed my first contract all the way until when I was 18. So I was a pro for like 3 years, and I retired back in 2020, and I probably won't be playing any other tournaments anytime soon, unless it's like a casual tournament. There's like a $2,000 like TikTok only, like TikTok creator only like tournament that I'm gonna be playing in, I think in like 10 days, so December 20th. But other than something like a creator tournament, I am much more like, I have a lot more fun and a lot more enjoyment like creating content for you guys and like casting events like this than actually playing. What are we watching? This is a $15,000 Dedsafio Royale live Clash Royale event that's happening in DreamHack Valencia in Spain. We are casting this event right now. That's what we're watching right now. When does it start? It already started. We should be hopping the next match right now. Here we go. Lucas at the bottom of your screen. Arden Toas on the top. 2-0 world finalists duking it out here in another live event. GoldenEye in the back from Lucas here. This is the final match of the first round that we're going to be going over to today. We will be in the second round after this. Lucas looking like he's using Golden Knight Drill Bridgeman. Arden Toas with the Mighty Miner. Mighty Miner Hog Earthquake. An ability from Arden just to help kill the entire ghost on the left hand side. Here comes a Mortar Ice Spirit at the bridge in front of this Musketeer. Lucas gets the Magic Archer down. Really nice lineup here of the Marcher. It's going to smack that Princess Tower straight in the face. Log does take that out. Lucas gonna wipe the sweat off his brow. He's gotta be pretty happy with what he's got so far. He's up 1 elixir and he's up quite a bit of damage, around 300 damage here. King Tower activated as well. Make sure to prevent that goblin hit. Gonna help out for future Hog Riders and Mighty Miners and stuff like that as well. Ghost in the back from Lucas. Musketeer in the back from Arden here. Full reset. Mighty Miner is down for the defense. This Mighty Miner could potentially get a lot of value and kill this Golden Knight as well. It's going to force out a Electro Wizard, I thought, but a Cannon Card's going to do its job as well. Gold Knight dash from Lucas here just to basically prevent the Mighty Miner from heating up too quickly. But not getting a whole lot of value for the 1 elixir there. Ice Spirit going to clean that cannon cart up nicely. Giant Skelly in the back. Arden going to pressure the bridge with the Hog on the left-hand side. Tornado comes down from Lucas, but it's a little bit late. The Hog does connect for a shot there. A bit of a mistake there. That could mean the difference in this match. As long as Lucas plays well, though, I don't really see him losing this game. He can build up really big pushes that Arden has a really hard time dealing with. Especially since he has the Electro Wizard for that Mighty Miner to prevent the heat up. Earthquake and Log is going to come out, or maybe not even a Log. But Earthquake on that Magic card, just getting some chip damage. Another Hogger on the left here. Cannon Cart's going to drop down to take that out, and counter push on the lane he wants to attack. This is the push that we're talking about. We're going to be seeing a Drill. We're probably going to be seeing a Golden Knight or an Electro Wizard come down. There's the Electro Wizard. Goblins and Musketeer are going to defend that Drill quite nicely. This push isn't over quite yet. Maybe it is, though. What a beautiful play here. Arden just defending quite nicely. I think the biggest thing that Lucas needs to do if he wants to break through, though, is he really needs those Golden Knights on the offensive. If he doesn't get a Golden Knight plus Tornado on offense, there's no chance of breaking through. Wow, Arden pressuring perfectly here. Gonna force out another Golden Knight on the defense. Whoa, what is that dash? That dash gonna take out everything on the board. Giant Skelly is dangerously close to the tower now. Mighty Miner does come down to clean that up. Ghost gonna kill this Musketeer. Okay, successful defense from Arden once again. Got a little bit spicy there, though. Ability here, gonna pull and kill this Ghost. And take out the remainder of that Magic Archer. Here comes a little bit of a counter push on the left-hand side. Defensive Mortar. Ice Spirit to pull this over. Mortar does take one shot on the Ewiz. Ewiz locked on the tower, though. Gets a couple shots. Not a lot of damage. Lucas, I feel like he's a bit nervous. Wipes the sweat off his brow once again. And he's down damage. He needs to make something happen right now. I like his idea to switch lanes here. Another defensive Mortar from Arden. Earthquake onto everything here. Mortar gets a nice shot, damaging everything on the left side. Here comes a Drill. Are we going to see the Tornado plus dash we've been looking for? Here comes the Tornado. Here comes the dash, but the Tornado's misplayed, and the Golden Knight does not make it to the tower. Here comes the Magic Archer, though. It lines up for one hit. Giant Skelly at the bridge. Mighty Miner ability to prevent that lineup. Here comes a Drill. Tornado as well. Magic Archer is still alive. It's getting shots on the Tornado. Mighty Miner is not able to charge up quite enough on the left-hand side. Dash here does not kill or not get a lot of value, but the Magic Archer stays alive and gets another shot. And Lucas does have the damage lead now. Ewa is going to stop this. Here comes the Drill as well. Mighty Miner ability gets some nice damage on absolutely everything. Log comes through, but it's not timed correctly. Goblin gets one shot. Earthquake chipping away here. Hogrider comes through. Will it connect for a hit? Ewiz, everything's going to drop on top of it, and it's not going to make it. And there we have it. Lucas going to barely take this win as that Earthquake going to drop with just a few seconds left, but is not able to get that damage in. Very, very close game of Clash Royale here. Lucas talking to his coach here, preparing for this next game. Lucas up 1-0 versus Arden Toas in the first game of the best of 3. Arden needs to win this next game. What a close match, though. I really thought that Arden was going to be able to hold on by a thread and just be able to win that game despite the fairly tough matchup, in my opinion. He did a great job of just using his cards correctly, placing those high mortars, preventing those Gold Knight dashes. Using his Mighty Miner's abilities as well was just perfect in order to counteract the stuff like the Electro Wizard and the Magic Archers. It just wasn't quite enough in the end. Those Magic Archer connections from Lucas at the very end of that match were enough to get that fat damage lead and hold on to it. So we have Mighty Miner out from Arden. We have Golden Knight out from Lucas. My guess is, I don't know. My guess is we're going to be seeing some Miner control in this second match. Neither players have used Miner control here. Could be a Miner control mirror matchup, but I would say at least one Miner control will come out from one of the players. We're hopping into it. Here we go. No, a drill from Arden. Lucas with the Mighty Miner. Goblin is going to connect here a bit. Solid damage to start the game off from Arden. Could be a bit of a flip-flop of decks here. Lucas might be using the Hog Earthquake. Arden might be using the Drill Bridge Spam. Looks like that Royal Giant at the bridge here is going to get pushed forward by that Mighty Miner and get one shot. Mighty Miner ability does drop, forcing out the Bard Belt from Arden. Giant Skelly Bomb's going to clean that Hunter up. A reset from both players. Both saving up towards an elixir. Lucas is in the elixir lead. Going to go for that Fisherman in the back. Arden with the Ghost in the back in order to counteract that. E-Spirit from Lucas. Skeletons down as well. Lucas with a quick cycle Mighty Miner Royal Giant deck. There's the Golden Knight from Arden. I wonder if Arden has the Electro Wizard for this Mighty Miner or not, though. If he doesn't have it, the Mighty Miner is going to be able to get a lot of value potentially in this match. RG at the bridge. Executioner drops. No Electro Wizard in the deck. Mighty Miner is going to shred that Golden Knight and go towards this tower here. Ooh, both towers below 2200 on both sides for Lucas now. Hunter going to drop for this defense. Drill is kind of pushing quite nicely. E-Spirit going to clean that up the best that it can. And probably a log here as well. Goblins do get a couple shots, but nothing too much to write home about. What is to write home about is that Executioner shot, though. And a beautiful Fisherman from Lucas here. Going to take a couple ghost shots, but get that King Tower activation. Overall, Arden is in the damage lead now, but Lucas is pretty happy with the spot he's in. The King Tower activation is going to be super useful versus these drills going forward. And Lucas with the pressure in the ops lane once again. Phoenix plus Tornado doing its best. Defensive drill here as well. Golden Knight is going to dash this time versus the Mighty Miner to make sure that it does not die. And the Mighty Miner doesn't get too much damage in. Lucas with a Fisherman to pull that Ghost. Or sorry, not the Ghost, but the Golden Knight. Ghost in the back from Arden to counter that Fisherman. Mighty Miner one side, RG on the other. Executioner dropping down to clean that up, but Executioner was going to die. Tornado's going to prevent that. RG locks for a shot, though. Ghost completely dying to the Mighty Miner as well. Mighty Miner is showing why I ranked him as the #1 champion in Clash Royale right now. He's so speedy, taking out absolutely everything on the map. Mighty Miner on defense versus the drill. Going to tank a log here as well. King Tower helping out quite a bit. Lucas defending very nicely here. Up about 400 damage. Here comes another Royal Giant. Ghost on defense, but watch his Mighty Miner shred this Ghost into oblivion, getting so much value. Ghost does survive at 1 HP, though. It has some counter push value. Skeleton's going to drop to prevent that. And the Royal Giant not going to be connecting here. Oh my goodness. And this is what I'm talking about. Why Golden Knight's probably #2 on my champion list. Completely undefendable card. Even with the high E-Spirit, it dashes straight towards that tower. Gets a bit of damage, but it's not enough to take that damage lead for Arden here. Drill plus Phoenix on the defense. Log's gonna come through for that drill. RG is locked here. Will it get a second shot? Yes, it will. That's below 1000 HP. Arden needs a counter push right now. Giant Skelly plus Golden Knight. Fisherman's gonna pull this in. Skeletons to prevent any sort of dashes to the tower here. Egg is gonna die. Bomb's gonna do its best, but the Fisherman pulls that Golden Knight in. And here comes the RG at the bridge. Executioner is gonna line up here. Drill is dropped for some defense, but the Mighty Miner is so fast that it connects on the tower. Barbro's going to try and DPS that down, but the Mighty Miner's going to drop that tower all the way from full HP to 0, and Lucas is going to be taken out. Arden to us here. A little peace sign, a little kiss to the camera, and that's going to be good game. That's going to be it for our first round matches. Lucas with a very, very nice win here. Smiles all around. Well played indeed. You know, I thought that match could go either way, but Lucas with a very convincing victory. Arden did his best, but I think the matchups were definitely in Lucas's favor here. Quick shout out to Lucas's analyst, Jeebus, his coach. Great deck picks all around. Absolutely great deck picks. GG's. So like I said, that is going to be it for the first round. Second round going to be starting shortly. I'm sure the production is going to show us another look at the bracket soon. I'll be able to show you guys that when I get that. Why would they buff Monk? They didn't buff Monk. They nerfed it from 4 elixir to 5. Where's the epic Clash Royale music? Don't got it. I did not provide me with that. It's the option is some NCS music that I got, or maybe just some no music, I guess. I don't know. Is Skeleton King still viable? 100%. There's definitely other champions that are better, but Skeleton King is still very, very solid, especially when it's used with like Graveyard. Why didn't they buff Monk? It's now 5 elixir. Monk, when it was at 4 elixir, was the best card in the game. Definitely. All champions OP, 100% agree. I'll whip you on Clash. That's some cap. Fight me. No, I'm just kidding. What do you think about Elden Ring? Never played it. Obviously, won game of the year. Probably should have played it. Just didn't have the time. Put me in, coach. World Delivery's most valuable card. I don't know about that one, Chief. What do you guys think is the most valuable card in Clash Royale? Obviously, it depends on the situation, depends on the matchup. I guess when we talk about most overpowered card, it's probably the same idea of like what's the most valuable card. Mighty Miner might be the most valuable card in the game right now after that speed boost buff that I got. Let's take a look at our next lineup here. Morton on the right. The runner-up Serial World finalist versus Felipe on the left here, guys. Game's going to be starting up very shortly. Appreciate your patience. While we're waiting for the match to start, want to give a quick shout out, guys. Remember to subscribe. I cast Clash Royale esports content on my YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing it a lot more going forward. If this is something you're interested in, make sure to do that. I also post top ladder content on this YouTube channel as well. I'm always playing on the top ladder, pushing up Ultimate Champ gameplay. I main Splash Shard, but there are also a bunch of other decks that I'm good at that I play with that sure if you watch the videos you will enjoy. Let's look at the bracket here. We got Morton versus Felipe, Bale versus Lucas, Surgical Goblin versus Vitor, and Ruben versus Wallace. And look at that, guys. I was completely correct on all of my predictions here except for Felipe. I did not expect Felipe to beat INJP in that first round. That was a crazy upset. Still, I'm going to stick with my previous predictions, though. I think Morton's going to take that dub. I think that Wallace is going to take that dub. The other matches are a little bit hard. I think Surgical Goblin could win against Vitor, but I think Vitor is going to take it. You should remember the OG Hog deck, Cannon and Inferno Tower. Cannon and Inferno Tower? I don't remember that. Let's hop in the gameplay, guys. Here we go. Felipe at the top, Morton at the bottom. Morton using the Mighty Miner to counter that Miner to start. Looks like a Mighty Miner Phoenix Royal Giant deck from Morton. Felipe with the Mortar Miner bait here. Phoenix from Morton cleaning up this Goblin getting quite nicely. RG at the bridge in front of the Phoenix, though. Skelly King scarming on the defense from Felipe. That's going to be a very successful defense. RG not able to get that shot. Phoenix getting some value. Mini Horde is going to drop now. Mother Witch down. Felipe is trying to save up for his ability. He does not use the ability. He goes for an arrows on the Mother Witch instead. But now Morton's up a massive 5 elixir here. We'll see what he does to make use of that elixir advantage. Beautiful plays from Morton on defense there, by the way. Just the E-Spirit Phoenix combo killing that entire mini horde was just beautiful. Mighty Miner in the back. Morton's got to realize how much elixir he's up now after seeing Felipe wait so long to counter that Mighty Miner. Miner does drop and a Goblin Gang here. Morton surely will go for an RG at the bridge right now. He's up so much elixir. He's going to play it safe with the Phoenix on the Goblin Gang. I don't know if I agree with that play. Felipe with the Skeleton Army for the Fisherman. Mother Witch down onto the Skarmy here. Morton had a massive elixir lead, a 5 elixir lead, but at this point, Felipe is in a spot where he's able to bounce back, and Morton misses the log. Morton misses the log. Dark Gob gonna take out that Mother Witch as well. Here comes the Mortar to the bridge, and all of a sudden the tides have completely shifted here. E-Spear for the Goblin Gang and distract the Mortar. Fisherman distracting and taking out this Miner. A beautiful defense there. Minion Horde at the bridge, straight into the Phoenix Egg from Felipe. Mighty Miner to tank absolutely everything now. Dark Gob getting a lot of value in the middle of the map here. Here comes the Skelly King at the bridge. Mighty Miner ability here, plus the E-Spear to kill this Dark Gob, but it doesn't connect once again. He does have the log here, but look at the Skarmy on the right hand side. Mother Witch going to drop down and take that out. Beautiful plays. Morton, despite that missed log, is able to hold on. He's back in his groove here. Here comes the RG at the bridge. How can Felipe defend? Pre-E-Spirit as well for a Skeleton Army. RG is locked for 2, 3 big shots. Don't tell me 4. Wow, 4 big shots from the Royal Giant. Felipe is going to shake his head a little bit there. Lightning plus Fisherman is going to defend absolutely everything as well. Morton in a very nice damage lead at this point. Mighty Miner is going to catch this Miner as well. Goblin Gang in the back, but Mighty Miner ability is going to pop here for this Goblin Gang. Ooh, he's going to take this log value instead. I really like that decision. Killing absolutely everything. Felipe making a lot of mistakes right now, giving a lot of log value like that. He sets up a defensive mortar, but that's not what you need to do right now. You need to do a lot more than play defense when you're down damage like this. Miner is going to connect a little bit. Here comes the RG the bridge. Dark Gob down for this defense. Log's going to kill absolutely everything though. Skarmy does prevent any sort of extra damage coming through. Here comes the mortar at the bridge. Mighty Miner is going to get countered by the Skelly King ability. Mighty Miner is going to pop his ability to counteract that though. Mighty Miner counter pushing. Goblin Gang to pick that up. Mortar is distracted by the Fisherman. RG going to take that mortar out. Minute left. We're in triple elixir now. Dark Gob going to get as much value as it can. Log on the Skarmy. Dark Gob does get sniped by the Fisherman now. Mother Witch getting a lot of value, forcing out another round of arrows. Take that out. 40 seconds left now. Morton's still up around 600 damage. Mighty Miner on the defense here, plus a log is going to prevent everything except for one shot. Lightning on the Dark Goblin. I like that play from Morton. He's just getting some extra damage with his spells here while he focuses on the defensive. Ooh, here comes a Minion Horde at the bridge. E-Spirit down. It dies. E-Spirit does not jump. Mighty Miner is here. Minions are getting some value, but they do not connect to the tower, despite the misplay from Morton there. Log going to clean everything up. Arrows Miner on the tower. Lightning is going to be enough to secure this victory, though. Morton calls the good game, and there you have it. Morton going to take game 1 of this best of 3. GG's. We all expected it. Hey, I see B-Rad in the chat. Nerf Mighty Miner. I would agree. Mighty Miner is crazy. He's fast. He's got the ability. He locks onto things super quick, and he drops towers like they were never there in the first place once they get locked on. Very nice match of Clash Royale there. We're going to be hopping into game 2 very shortly, so let's think about what cards are out from the players. This is best of 3's duels formatting, guys, so you can't repeat any cards. Mighty Miner is out from Morton. That's probably the most important thing to take note of here. Felipe, what did he use? He used Miner. He used a Mighty Mortar spam with Skeleton King. He has a lot of options open for him here. My prediction is we're going to see Morton using a Gold Knight Drill bridge spam probably against Felipe, maybe with a Hog Rider Mighty Miner Earthquake. And then I think Morton's going to take that matchup. That's my prediction. Kind of a quick outlandish prediction, but you know, maybe I'll be right. Where's this tournament? This tournament is happening in Spain at DreamHack Valencia. Last live event of the year. $15,000 prize pool. 9 players were invited. 3 people qualified. Muhammad Light not in it, so I think Morton is definitely in a spot to take home a trophy here today. Where's Mo? Mo, I don't know if he was busy or maybe he wasn't invited or maybe he just lives too far away from Spain or something. I'm not sure what's up with that. But Mo is not in the tournament here. And we're going to start with a Fire Spirit the Bridge from both players here. Maybe a mirror matchup. Here comes the Mortar from Morton. Can't be a mirror matchup. Felipe used the Mortar previously here. Archer Queen from Felipe. So I was right about Felipe's deck here. We are going to be seeing a Hog Earthquake. Maybe not a Mighty Miner Hog Earthquake, but an Archer Queen Hog Earthquake. Versus Morton using a Mortar Miner rather than the Drill deck that I predicted. Here comes the Hog of the Bridge. What does Morton got for the defense? He's got an Archer Queen. Archer Queen does not prevent this Hog to 1 hit. Hog does get 2 shots. He's got to feel great about that start. Giant Skelly down for the defense here. Archer Queen ability going to delay. It's perfectly there. Cannon Cart down from Orton now. All right, so Cannon Cart, Archer Queen, Mortar, Miner. Really nice skeletons from Felipe to keep that Cannon Cart in range of the Giant Skelly Bomb. That was some perfect micro there. Would have never thought to do that. Fire Spirit will clean that up. It is going to tank for this Miner though. Here comes the Archer Queen Hog at the bridge. Mortar defending it quite well. But he needs something else for this defense. This Hog and Archer Queen combo is brutal. Snowball is perfect. Mortar does get 1 shot, but the biggest amount of damage here to take note of is the Morton's Miner on the right-hand side. It connected for so much damage while that Cannon Cart from its second stage was tanking that tower. Morton has a little bit of a stretch here. He's feeling good. He's back in this game. Fire Spirit at the bridge. What does Felipe got? He's got 1 Elixir Skeletons down. Here comes a Fire Spirit from Felipe. Morton decides to ignore that, and he goes for Miner, but Felipe with a very nice cannon to pick that up. Here comes the Hog now. Guards. Does he have a Snowball and Cycle? No, he does not. Guards not enough to defend that Hog, and it does get a shot. Felipe increasing his damage lead ever so slowly but surely here. Cannon Cart in the back does get countered by that Giant Skelly. Morton goes for the Queen in the back and left hand side. Big thing to take note of here is how expensive Morton's deck is. That's why these Fire Spirits and these Hog Riders are connecting here and there. Archer Queen is going to lock onto the opposing Archer Queen. Really nice pre-log there. Felipe's Archer Queen does clean up everything. Giant Skelly does have some counter push value. Fire Spirit is going to clean that up though. Giant Skelly in the back for Felipe to counter this Cannon Cart. Archer Queen to stop that Fire Spirit at the bridge. Here comes the Hog though. Would not be surprised to see a Mortar for the defense there. Earthquake is going to drop down though. Guards are going to come here now to clean that Hog Rider up. And Morton's actually tying this game up slowly but surely. He's having some very nice defense now that we're into overtime, preventing those Hog shots. I think it's really important for Morton to keep that Fire Spirit and cycle for the opposing Fire Spirit when possible. It's the only way to get an even trade on it. Here comes the Poison on the defense. Snowball as well. Pushes the Hog towards the tower though. Pre-log and Earthquake come through and the Hog gets the shot. Ooh, Felipe with the late Archer Queen ability though. He could have forced out a lot more Elixir if he got that down a little bit earlier. 3-card cycle Hog Rider is inbound though. Mortar for the defense. This is the Mortar placement that Morton needs to be using here to allow that Ops Lane tower to help out on the defensive. Felipe's over doubled in damage right now though. Here comes the Miner to try and get a connection. Pre-Snowball as well to try and predict some skeletons. Fire Spirit plus Log here for the opposing Fire Spirit to try and make that connection happen. Doesn't work out. Cannon Cart plus Guards at the bridge will fully counter this. Archer Queen takes out the cannon. Here comes another Miner. Miner's shipping away. Hog Riders haven't been able to find a way to connect. Guards on the left here as well. Check out these guards. They're connected. They're doing a lot of damage here. Would not be surprised to see Morton switch lanes here. Or maybe make some dual lane pressure. There's only 43 seconds left on this match though. Here comes the Guards of the bridge. Morton on the right. There's that dual lane pressure I was talking about. Poison going to drop on absolutely everything. Here comes the Miner as well. Miner is connecting here. The Queen is on the board as well for that 3-card cycle. Guards And Mortar going to defend this left-hand side push quite nicely. Queen ability going to drop now. Here comes another miner. Queen going to lock on the tower. And that's going to be game. Mortar with a fantastic comeback. Using that Queen 3-card cycle. Popping those abilities at the right time. And he's going to take that win. GG's. Well played. And Mortar's going to take the 2-0 sweep in this game. Stopping Felipe in his tracks. He's saying no more underdog story. GG's. Well played. Great stuff all around. Morton showing why he is the second in the world at the World Finals this year. Good stuff from him. What is our next upcoming match here, guys? What is it? If we get the bracket up here, I'll let you know. I think it's what is it? I think it's Lucas. It's Lucas versus who? Lucas versus Bale. Lucas versus Bale is going to be an upcoming match here. Who do you guys got? Type 1 in chat for Lucas. Type 2 in chat for Bale. I think Lucas is going to take it. If I had to guess, I think Lucas is going to take it. While we're waiting for this next game, I want to give a quick shout out, guys. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you guys are enjoying the content, if you're enjoying the stream. Also, remember to use creator code JuicyJ. I do have a creator code. If you guys put my code in the Supercell shop before you guys spend any money, whether by Clash Royale, buy some gems, anything like that, it's a great way to support your boy. Appreciate y'all that use my code. Lucas, hair too long not to win. You make a good point. You make a good point. A lot of ones in the chat. A lot of Lucas believers here. Let's see. Hey, bro. How to start a tournament like this without getting in trouble? I'm not sure what you're talking about. A couple Bale believers. Here's the thing about Lucas, guys, is he is one of the best Clash Royale players in the world. Mechanically talented. His main problem, his kryptonite, are these live events, though. I think the nerves get to him a little bit sometimes. But if he can find a way to control those nerves, like, he's definitely going to take some dubs. That's for sure. How do you get better at Clash Royale? It's all about practice, brother. Grind it out, practice. I would also suggest, like, going on realitypi.com, finding a meta deck. I feel like most people are held back in Clash Royale by two things. Either card levels. Number one, card levels will hold you back. Trying to push up trophies, stuff like that. The other thing is your deck choice. A lot of people just use homemade decks that don't synergize well, maybe don't have like a consistent win condition, something like this. I think it's really important that you find a deck that's meta, that is good, that's solid, that's always in the meta no matter what, and you level that deck up, you practice it, get good at it, stuff like that. That's how you get better at Clash Royale. That's how you get more trophies, push up leagues, stuff like that. When is next game starting? The players are on their podiums. I'll show you. I'm guessing they're getting their decks ready. I mean, I give it about 60 seconds, maybe another 2 minutes here before we start this next game. I love that question. Why does Supercell translate information? I'm not sure, man. Not sure. I'm just a caster, dude. I don't work at Supercell or anything like that. 110% Lucas. Fire. You think he's got it? I can see that. Is Morton playing? Yes, we just watched Morton beat Felipe here in the second round. He is on to the next one here. He definitely has a very nice shot to win this tournament. Here we go. Lucas versus Bale. Game 1. Goblins at the bridge from Bale. Skeletons are down. Wow, do you guys see that? That one of those goblins just went back across the river. That was crazy, actually. Log from Bale here to drop down to that. Mighty Miner in the back from Lucas. So, Lucas the top of your screen with the Mighty Miner Roll Giant. Bale at the bottom here with probably a Mighty Miner Hog Earthquake deck with Mortar. So Mighty Miner Hog versus Mighty Miner Royal Giant. Interesting. I'm trying to think who has the matchup here in a situation like this. You know, Lucas does have the fireball. It's not great for breaking through those mortars. I would say that Bale wins this most of the time just because his defense versus the Royal Giants are so solid. Here comes the Mighty Miner RG at the bridge though. It's definitely a scary push. Mighty Miner and Log down. Ice Spirit comes through. RG is going to get one shot. Bale has a solid counter push here though. See what Lucas does for defense. He's got the Fisherman down. Skeletons as well. Here comes a Hog. Hunters through a Log as well. And look at that defense from Lucas. They're very, very nice. Us here does clean up the Hunter. Fisherman getting counter push here. Overall, Lucas in a nice spot here with the damage lead. Goblin's going to clean this Fisherman up. Easter going to make sure the Goblin does not get chip damage. And we're 5 seconds away from double elixir. That's where things are going to get interesting, to say the least. Mortar at the bridge from Bale. Does force out a Royal Giant on the defensive here. Musketeer going to start sniping that down. The Musketeer is in fireball range. Wouldn't be surprised to see Lucas go for a fireball on it. He does not. Here comes a Mighty Miner Hog Rider at the bridge for the counter push. Log plus this Fisherman's going to not only activate King, but prevent every single shot there. Mighty Miner from Lucas just to keep his Mighty Miner healthy. Mortar at the bridge from Bale, but the RG is locked on once again. Fireball drops on some Goblins and the Musketeer. They're pushing that Musketeer in the other lane as well. Make this defense a lot more difficult. E-Spirit plus Fisherman and Skeletons. That Fisherman connects quite nicely. Log comes through, and here comes another Royal Giant, abusing that 3-card cycle from the champion here. That's a full health Royal Giant locked in the tower, ladies and gentlemen. Bale is out of elixir. And Lucas is making this look easy right now with these RG connections. Goblin gets a 1 hit from Bale, but that's really not much to write home about. Musketeer gonna get cleaned up by this Fisherman as well. Lucas keeping the hair out of his face. Not looking nervous anymore when he does it though. He's looking confident. Mortar in the middle from Bale now to try and set up for defense, but defense isn't the only thing he needs. He needs a connection. He needs a damage. And he's only got a minute 30 to get that done. Here comes a fireball from Lucas once again here. Going to take out that Musketeer quite nicely. Here comes a Mortar at the bridge. And this is where Bale's going wrong, in my opinion. He keeps going for the Mortar at the bridge, Mortar at the bridge, Mortar at the bridge. This is not a Mortar matchup for you here. He needs to be using the Hog Rider as your main win condition. Lucas is always going to get the Royal Giants down to defend those Mortars. Meanwhile, Lucas is just cycling fireballs here on fireballs, getting a lot of damage here on the tower. Here comes a Hog Earthquake and a Log. Mortar isn't able to get the shot that he's looking for, and neither is the Hog Rider. Fireball comes down to finish off that Mortar, gets him even more chip, and Lucas with another fireball here in triple elixir. One more Hog Rider from Bale, another Mortar as well, but it's not enough to win this game. One last fireball from Lucas, and that's going to be it. Game 1 down. Lucas taking out Bale here in game 1. Bale needs to win this next match to force to game 3, or this best of 3 is going to be over. GG's all around. Hey GG, I got a question for you. Do you happen to know how to participate in these Clash Royale tournaments? So 9 of these players were invited by being prestigious, playing in tournaments before. 3 of these players were able to qualify. 2 of them qualified via an in-person qualifier that happened in DreamHack, Valencia. So if you actually went to the live event, you could have qualified if you're good enough. The other qualifier was Felipe, who lost versus Morton in the previous game. He qualified through an online qualifier. The other thing is there is a lot of big tournaments, even bigger tournaments than this, with much larger prize pools. Actually, Sorry, I actually casted the Dedsafio Legends tournament with a $30,000 prize pool not too long ago, where there were some team captains invited, but most of the players came through a in-game open qualifier. If you guys are interested in playing in potential tournaments like this in the future, subscribe to the channel. I will definitely be hosting in-game qualifiers for future events like this in the future. 100%. So you guys can see the previous decks used in the best of 3 on the left. Like I said, Lucas did win this first match here. Bale needs to win this one to force to game 3. The reason why the decks previously on the left are important is because none of these players can repeat cards. Bale with what looks to be a Mega Knight deck. Mega Knight Minor Wall Breakers. Versus Lucas using a Mortar Minor Spam deck. Or it's actually not a Mortar deck. It's actually a Drill Spam deck with Inferno Tower. So Drill Spam from Lucas, or not Drill Spam, but yeah, Drill like Wall Breakers Spam versus Bale with the Mega Knight. Honestly, Mega Knight is very powerful in a matchup like this. It does a great job of defending against the swarms and kind of pushing hard. If Bale has 2 spells, I think he's got a victory secured for him. He's got the arrows, which is super useful versus the Skelly King abilities, stuff like that, as well as the Dark Goblin, of course. But if he has the Zap as well, that would be super clutch versus like Skeleton Army and stuff like that. But it doesn't look like he has that. Looks like he has the Archer Queen and Mega Knight here for the last cards. So having 1 spell, only arrows, is going to mean it's very difficult for him to break through because there's just so much swarm to deal with. Skelly King ability gonna drop. Goblin King gonna deal with that quite nicely. Inferno Tower placed at the bridge here to try and stun that Mega Knight, but it was misplayed. And Lucas forced a poison on the defense now. Here comes the Wall Breakers. Here comes the Miner. Drill is played on offense. No, it plays on defense here to counter everything. Honestly, a beautiful play. Skarmy can clean up that Miner. Overall, Bill in a great spot, though. He's up quite a bit of damage at this point. Dark Goblin and Shrop onto this Archer Queen, force out that ability. Bale goes for the Goblin Gang here at the bridge, rather. Archer Queen does die, though. Snowball onto the Wall Breakers. Spear Gob does connect for 2 shots, though. Here comes the Drill from Lucas. Let's see if he can get a connection here. Drill plus Wall Breakers. Mega Knight is on the board, though, like we talked about. Wow, and the Mega Knight is able to fully counter the Drill Wall Breakers by himself. Crazy. Dark Gob's doing his best to take this Prince out. Prince gonna clean everything up, though. Mega Knight jumps on that Inferno Tower, but overall not enough. Drill on one side, Wall Breakers on the other. Queen cleans that up. Goblin Gang down on the defense here as well. Drill Skarmy trying to connect to the tower. He gets a little bit of damage, but overall good stuff from Bale. Early ability from Lucas here to counteract the Archer Queen ability here. Dark Gob in the middle of the map to clean everything up. Here comes another Drill from Lucas. Looks like the... Wow, and a pre-Skarmy here as well for that Prince. Arrows have to drop, and the Goblins from the Drill are connecting. Lucas doing a great job applying pressure, but now he's got to defend this massive counter push. Dark Goblin cleaning these bats up. Inferno Tower is doing its best, but that Inferno is going to drop really quick. Wall Breaker and Spear Gob is connected on the right side. Wall Breaker on the left there as well. Skarmy is going to drop on everything. Miner and Mega Knight still in the middle of the map, taking the Skelly King ability out. Skelly King ability going to drop here to get some extra skeletons on the board to make sure. Really nice counter push from Bale. He's going to be up around 400 damage now. Goblin Gang has to come down to defend this skeleton army on the left. Here comes the Prince on one side. Drill ready for the defense. Wall Breaker spam on the right. A lot of pressure from Bale right now. Miner on tower here. Arrows drops onto everything. Archer Queen ability is going to get countered by the Skelly King and his ability here. Great defense from Lucas, but he needs to counter push. He needs to do it really, really quickly here to get that damage in. Magnet going to drop on the Wall Breakers. Wall Breakers on defense here. Pre-snowball for anything. Goblins connecting quite a bit here. 837 for Lucas there. Inferno dropped on the defense. Bats coming through to distract this Inferno Tower. Miner down on the tower with the arrows onto everything. Miner's connecting here. Snowball going to push that Miner off the tower, but it gets right back on. 15 seconds left. Here comes another Miner. Here comes the Drill from Lucas. Miner does get cleaned up. Arrows drop down. Will the drill connect? There's one shot. Poison's coming down here as well. Spear Gobs try to connect, but the poison is going to be enough, and that's going to be it. Luke is going to take this win just barely, and that's going to be a 2-0 sweep from Lucas here. Right? Wait, did Lucas win the first game, chat? I think he did, yeah. I think that is going to be a 2-0 sweep from Lucas. Going to take a very nice win, a convincing win versus Bale. Wow, I did not expect that. Lucas played that so well. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I did not expect that. You know, the Magnite is just so good on defense there. The arrows are great at like cleaning up the swarm. Like, obviously, it'd be nice for Bale to have 2 spells. If he did, he definitely would have won that game. But Lucas just applying a lot of pressure, spamming swarm everywhere across the map to make it so the arrows can't deal with everything. And then Bale just with a little bit of a misplay on the defense versus that last drill, going for the Prince. Those goblins were able to connect, and that was it. Let's have a look at the bracket here once again, guys. We have one match in the semifinals already locked up. Morton versus Lucas. That is a huge match. That could be the grand final match. If, like, in another universe, that definitely could be the grand final match there. The other match here that we're going to be checking out very shortly is Surgical Goblin versus Vitor. Type 1 in chat for Surgical Goblin. Type 2 in chat for Vitor. I would put my money on... I would probably put my money on Vitor. But definitely could go either way. Surgical Goblin, obviously, one of the best players of all time in Clash Royale. He hasn't played super well as of late, but I think he's just more recently kind of getting back into the Clash Royale scene. Who knows? Maybe he will have a bit of an upset versus the 2022 world finalist in Vitor here. What can I switch with Mighty Miner for Roll a Giant meta decks? You could use a Skeleton King as well, or maybe even a Giant Skeleton. King Ebarb, shout out please. Shout out to King Ebarb. Who do you think is the greatest CR player ever? I think Surgical Goblin, as you can see him on the screen right now on the right. I think he is the greatest player of all time just because of how dominant he was for so long. But if we're talking about greatest player all time when it comes to skill level, actual skill level, I would pick Muhammad Light. There's no one else that plays as well as he does, in my opinion. Juicy's best commentator. Yo, thanks, Grim Reaper. Shout out to Grim Reaper. Or wait for this next game to start up very shortly, guys. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Remember to use creator code JuicyJ as well. Those two things completely free to do. Appreciate y'all that do it. What cards should I have in a Golem and Miner deck? You should not use Golem and Miner in the same deck. That's just me though. Not really a real deck, bro. Not really a real deck. Golem decks are usually want to pair with really like high aggression, like support units, like maybe Lumberjack, for example. The Night Witch is really important in Golem decks. You see some E-Barbs in Golem decks. What else? Baby Dragon does a nice job. Skeleton King does a great job supporting, or Golden Knight. All good options for a Golem support. Here we go, guys. Hopping in game 1 of Surgical Goblin versus Vitor. Surgical Goblin with the pump to start this game. Vitor, the Skelly King Graveyard at the bridge. Goblin on defense. Phoenix here as well. This one's starting off quick and is starting off right here. Here comes the Skelly King ability as well. Tornado is going to clean that up. Heal Spirit as well. Great plays from Surge. He did everything that he could. Vitor is going to get a very solid amount of damage here, though. Surgical does have the pump advantage, that elixir advantage, though. Interesting play from Vitor to use an entire Hunter for the defense here. I don't think that was necessary. And Surgical goes for the pump. And on paper, you might look at this and be like, wow, okay, Vitor is winning. He's definitely going to win this game. But Surgical has 3 pumps on the board. after the mirrored pump here. Hunter gets 2 shots, brings that left side tower down to 205 already. But some mirrored Electro Giants, some mirrored Phoenixes are going to start coming out, and anything could happen here. I will say this, Surgical Goblin needs to convert these pumps into damage as soon as possible, though. If Vitor can hold on here and get to the point where he can get into double elixir and kill these pumps, he's going to be in a good spot. Surgical Goblin opting to go for another round of mirror pumps rather than go for a push here. I'm not sure if I agree with that play wholeheartedly. Phoenix is back for the defense now. Zappy's in the back from Vitor here. He's got a bomber here to help out, a heal spirit as well. And Surge goes for yet another pump now. Snowball going to drop here on the tower and the pump and the berry. Berry takes these Zappies out though. Oh, Surge, go for the E-Giant. Yes, sir. That's definitely the right play right now. You go for the E-Giant. You go for the mirrored E-Giant on the left. Okay, it looks like he's going to go mirrored Phoenix and then cycle back to another E-Giant, rather. I don't think stacking everything in the same lane is the right play, though. It's not helpful for him. Okay, there's the E-Giant in the ops lane. A Phoenix here as well. The Fisherman is going to pull this in. A mirrored Phoenix goes at the bridge, but this defense from Vitor is just on another level right now. Arrow's going to drop onto everything. Heal Spirit at the bridge does connect to these Phoenixes, though. Vitor has a decent amount of elixir. He gets another round of Zappies. Tornado plus Barry here to try and kill these Zappies. Zappies do die. E-Giant is connected on the tower, but here comes the Fisherman. Mirror Tornado is going to prevent that Fisherman from connecting. Heal Spirit at the bridge. Arrows drops. Snowball as well. Will Surgical have enough damage here to take this left side tower out? E-Giant doesn't get the shot. And that's going to be game. Vitor going to take game number 1, just barely eking out a victory. Barely able to defend that massive push. Interesting. Seeing Jeebus actually working with 2 players at this tournament here. Lucas and Vitor. Shout out to Jeebus, one of the best Clash Royale coaches, if not the best Clash Royale coach / analyst. Helping Vitor pick his next deck here. Surgical on his own here on the right side of the kind of arena. Maybe he's talking with his coach online, though, onto his separate phone here that he's got. Fascinating. That was a fun game to watch. That was exciting. GG's to Vitor, though, just barely clutching up the win there. So E-Giant mirror out from Surgical. Vitor used... What did he use there? He used Graveyard Skelly King with Fisherman. So Vitor doesn't have the option to use RG since he used Fisherman. He doesn't have the option to use Graveyard. Probably could see some Drill Bridge spam or maybe some Minor Control Mortar in this upcoming match. Let's not speculate any longer, though. Let's hop straight into it. Let's watch it. Here we go. Skelly's in the back. Mortar at the bridge. So I was right about that. Surgical with the RG now. So Mortar versus RG matchup. I would say depending on Vitor's cards here, he's going to have a good matchup here. Yep, he has the guards. The guards do a great job versus RG. Musketeer here as well. RG does get that shot before the Ice Spirit can jump, though. Surgical Goblin going to take an ice damage lead here. Interesting Miner here from Vitor. Just going to protect his Musketeer rather than go for the shots in the tower. I think it's a bit of a mistake, honestly. Mighty Miner just drops down for 4 elixir, counters both of those units. That's going to put Surgical up a little bit of elixir here. He's going to go for the Hunter and back now. Log from Vitor to get a little bit of chip damage in. Get him on the board here. Mighty Miner in the back towards the Hunter now. See what Surgical Goblin is going to do for that Mighty Miner. He goes for the Fisherman, trying to pull that in. Guards drop, but the guards die pretty quickly to that Hunter and Log. Mighty Miner ability gets some solid damage and everything, but the RG's coming at the bridge. Musketeer down, Mortar here as well. Hunter doesn't get that shot off. That's a solid defense. Ice Spirit to pull this Mighty Miner in, but look at that. Mighty Miner is going to connect on the right side, and Vitor's out of elixir. He goes for the Log, but that's not enough. Mighty Miner relocks, and that's going to be tower down to 732. Wow, Surgical Goblin taking full advantage of his elixir lead there. Going with a very sneaky Mighty Miner to the bridge. And that speed boost on the Mighty Miner is just insane. It gets straight to the tower there in seconds. Same speed as a Hog Rider. And it just connects and drops the tower down to 674 here after that log before double elixir is even on the board. Ice Spirit, Mighty Miner on the defense. A log here as well to prevent the RG from getting the shot. Overall, Surgical Goblin's having a great defense versus this mortar, though. Vitor is going to go for a miner on the right-hand side to try and get some chip damage in while that Mighty Miner is tanking. He gets a couple shots, that's for sure. Mortar set up for the defense now. It would be a miracle to see Vitor coming back and winning this game, especially with the lightning here from Surgical Goblin. Lightning going to do a great job. Sorry about some audio issues. Okay, looks like we're back. Yeah, Surgical just doing a great job of cycling those lightnings here. Unless a Vitor can get a crazy Musketeer or maybe a Mighty Miner connection of his own, I don't think he can come back. Here comes the Musketeer Mighty Miner at the bridge to try and give himself a chance to win, but the log plus lightning is going to be enough, and Surgical Goblin is actually going to take the win in the second match here, guys. Putting us 1-1 here in the best of 3. This could go either way. Let me know, what do you guys think in the chat right now? Number 1 in the chat for Vitor, number 2 for Surgical Goblin. Who do you guys think is going to win this game? Let's see. RG's out from both players. Vitor can't use it since he used Fisherman previously. Vitor also used Graveyard, and he used Mighty Miner. Mighty Miner RG out from Surgical, as well as the... what deck did he use in that first match? I'm not 100% sure. Oh, he used E-Giant Mirror. That's right. Interesting. Oh, I don't know. So Mighty Miner's out from both players. I think we're going to probably... we got to see some drill bridge spam here from at least one of these players in this next game. I don't know. I think I'm gonna give it to Vitor. You know, he's got his coach, his analyst G-Bus in the corner here, helping him out. Yeah, I would say I'm gonna give it to Vitor, but like I said, really could go either way. It seems like there's a lot of people in the chat here saying that Vitor is gonna take that Surgical Goblin's actually gonna take this win. I could see it, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't know. My guess we'll see like some drill bridge spam versus maybe some minor control from Surgical. I think it's all gonna come down to a Golden Knight connection from Vitor. That's my prediction. Vitor will win. How could Surge lose the first game, bro? I'm not surprised to see him lose that first game, honestly. I think Vitor had a nice matchup. Surgical Goblin with the wall breakers in the back. Probably either drill or minor wall breakers. And Vitor with the band in the back, actually. So minor wall breakers versus Vitor with what looks to be some maybe Mega Knight bridge spam. Mega Knight bridge spam, or maybe P.E.K.K.A bridge spam, or E-Barbs bridge spam, but I would say most likely Mega Knight Ram Rider bridge spam. Mega Knight gonna drop here to defend this Prince. Wow, so huge unexpected decks here. Looks like we're actually seeing a dual Mega Knights here. Mega Knight Mirror matchup. Mega Knight bridge spam versus Mega Knight minor wall breakers. Queen Bats Ghost on the defense here. Lightning gonna drop onto everything, clean that up. Phoenix is a threat here. Surgical goes for the wall breakers to kite that back. Wall breaker does not connect. Really last second stat from Vitor there. Surgical up quite a bit of elixir here, about 3. Let's see what he decides to do with it. Zap is out of cycle. Maybe we'll see some minor bats combo. Looks like he goes for the Prince in the back instead. Will we see a Mega Knight at the bridge? Yes, sir. Mega Knight Prince at the bridge. Bandit here for the defense. Mega Knight here as well. I really like the defense here. This Bandit in the tower and the Mega Knight is going to be able defend the opposing push quite nicely. This bandit's full health for the counter push as well, forcing out the ghost, but the ghost misses a swing on the Mega Knight. It stays invisible. The bandit connects onto the tower. Vitor, a very lucky bandit connection here, and that's gonna put Surgical Goblin in a pretty difficult spot here. He's gonna get a bit of damage back though with the ghost connection there. Archer Queen ability from both players. Archer Queens are just kind of fizzling each other out, but it does survive at 1 HP for Vitor. Zap is going to be forced out along with the Prince, but it does not fully counter. The Prince is late and the Ram Rider has a fat connection. Bandit on the Prince here is going to dash and take that Prince out quite nicely. Here comes the Bandit and Phoenix on the counter push. Wall breakers to kite this opposite lane. Miner to defend this Phoenix. You have to prevent any and all damage from here on out on that right side. But this Bandit's going to get a lot of damage on the left-hand side as well. Vitor has options for dual lane pressure now. Prince is back towards this Archer Queen. Ghosts are going to be walking past each other invisible on the left-hand side. Archer Queen invisibility. Going to drop here. A lot of invisibility on the map. Another invisible Archer Queen from Surgical Goblin to help out versus the defense. Phoenix and everything going to lock here. Look at the ghost on the left-hand side for Surge, though. So much damage coming through. And overall, after all of that, Vitor does have a good push here. Okay. Zap and Prince is going to stop this to one Ram Rider here. Wallbreaker connects. 2 Wallbreakers connect on the left-hand side for Surge. What is going on? Mega Knight at the bridge to try and counter push. Vitor's getting desperate now. Ghost here as well. Bats here, gonna try and clean everything up. Phoenix is gonna kill those bats. Wallbreaker just kite this back. Phoenix getting a fat respawn now. Mega Knight pushing towards the other lane, jumps on the miner, jumps on the tower. Raymond is connecting. Mega Knight is locked on this left-hand side. Oh, it just needs one more hit, and that's gonna be game. Surgical Goblin just couldn't hold on. Vitor with the massive pressure with the dual lane attack, and he's gonna take this victory. I thought Surgical Goblin had it, but that's going to be game. That's going to be it. Vitor going to clutch up this win 2-1. And he's going into the finals, ladies and gentlemen. Or sorry, the semifinals. Vitor going into the semifinals here. Ooh, that was a close one. That was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I thought Vitor was going to win that a little bit more convincingly. Surgical definitely gave him a run for his money. What's the best Splash Art variant right now? Is it better than Hog XE NATO? Yes, I would say it's better than Hog XE NATO. And I would say the best version is probably still the Phoenix Skelly King version. Who played already? Missed a lot of the stream. I'm sure we're going to have a look at a bracket and I'll be able to show you in just one moment. He's coaching 2 finalists. Teammate finals matchup. That could happen. Jeebus is coaching Vitor and Lucas. I could see that in the finals, but I think Morton is going to take out Lucas here. My guess is we're going to be seeing a Morton versus Vitor in the finals. That's my prediction. Like I said, boys, let's have a quick look at the bracket here. Check it out. The matches you guys missed, if you guys are just tuning in. IMJP versus Felipe. Felipe took that dub. Lucas versus Arden. Lucas took the win against Arden quite convincingly. Javi versus Vitor. We didn't see Javi versus Vitor or Wallace versus Red in the first round, so you guys didn't miss those matches. In round 2 that we're going over right now, Morton beat Felipe. No surprise there. No offense to Felipe. Lucas beat Bale I believe in a 2-0 sweep. And then Vitor taking out Surgical Goblin here. Next match is going to be that one at the bottom. I just missed it. They took it away. They took it away right before I was about to say it. What is the final match at the bottom? I think it's Wallace versus... Do you guys see it? I think it's Wallace versus Ruben. Ah, yes. Ruben versus Wallace. That's going to be the next match that we're watching. Who do you guys got? Type 1 in chat for Wallace. Type 2 in chat for Ruben. I think that I would say that Ruben's going to take... Or I think I'm going to say that Wallace is going to take it. And we're hopping straight into it. Let's see who's got it. Wallace at the top. Ruben on the bottom. Ruben with the Heal Spear and the Bomber. Using that E-Giant Mirror deck that we've seen come into a little bit more popularity, that we saw Surgical Goblin actually lose with at the start of his previous best of 3. Ruben now with a pump here. Gonna eat the Fisherman. Eat that fireball as well. And he's going to get a mirror pump down. No. Wallace with the Mighty Miner at the bridge here to prevent a mirror pump from dropping down. Ruben going to defend that quite nicely with an E-Giant and a Phoenix. Fisherman is one card away. He goes for the Electro Wizard. Fisherman is going to be coming down soon here as well. Will Ruben get the Tornado? Yes, he does. Really good Tornado. Pulls everything in. Bomber and Heal Spirit at the bridge. Heal Spirit doesn't connect, but the E-Giant's in the tower, and Wallace is out of Elixir right now. Mighty Miner's doing its best. The ability isn't going to pop, though, and the E-Giant plus Phoenix is going to drop this tower within the first minute 15 of this game. Ruben is already up an entire tower. Wow. I don't really know what I just watched. All I know is that this is a really tough situation for Wallace. It's going to be tough for him to come back. Pump down in the middle here. Kind of a pseudo defensive pump. Wallace going to take the opportunity. Just gets a bit of fireball damage down. Mirror pump down here. And Wallace now going to take the opportunity to go for the RG at the bridge. Phoenix plus a Tornado is going to fully counter this RG, though, I think. Yeah, 0 damage. Wow. Phoenix showing why it's still a very, very strong card, even after the nerf that it took recently. Mother Witch, you're going to take that Phoenix out. E-Giant in the back from Ruben. Would not be surprised to see a mirrored E-Giant. He doesn't have the mirror back in cycle, though. So he goes for the Bomber instead. Here comes the big push on left-hand side. Mirror Bomber, Phoenix Goblins. Tornado here after the RG gets one shot. Not a huge deal. Heal Spirit to make sure that everything is distracted quite nicely. And here comes the counter push. There's 2 E-Giants on the map. There's some Goblins to distract this Fisherman. Absolutely perfect. Phoenix is going to lock on and take out that Mother Witch. And there's still 2 E-Giants on the map. Tornado is going to pull that Electro Wizard in quite nicely. Electro Wizard is now down. Phoenix going to take this left side tower out. Wallace calls the good game as Ruben begins to continue this sword and take a convincing W, a 3 crown. We see Ruben look over the side of his coach, give him a little nod. He's very happy with that victory. He is all smiles. Ruben with a very nice victory. And, he's 1 up in the set now. 1 up in the set. Wallace needs to win this next game to force to game 3. Ruben just needs 1 more win to take this dub. Wallace working with his coach here on the left. I actually recognize him. I don't know his name. I'm really bad with names, but I recognize faces. I remember seeing him. He was one of the coaches for one of the teams, maybe Team Pain Gaming, if I want to say, back in CRL Season 2, I believe. E-Giant is such a high skill deck. I mean, you say that, and I definitely agree with you. Like, there's definitely, other decks out there that probably take a little bit more skill. But, especially at this level, every deck takes skill. The matchup, though, definitely is showing a big thing here. Like, E-Giant, that's why I think E-Giant's coming back into the meta is because of how popular the Mighty Miner is. The fact that Wallace went for the pressure of the Mighty Miner at the bridge at the start of the game, and Ruben was able to just counter it with the E-Giant and counter push so convincingly, and with the Phoenix plus E-Giant at the bridge, it really just popped off and put him in a really good spot to take the victory. And then obviously the only reason that Wallace got 3 crown there as well, just because he was trying his best to try and apply pressure and get that damage back, but it wasn't enough. The coaches are done. The decks are picked. Next game of the best of 3 will be starting soon. While we're waiting for that to start up, remember to subscribe, everybody. Drop a quick sub. I stream big tournaments like this on this channel. Well, I haven't done it at all in the past. This is actually the first time I've done it on the YouTube channel. Usually I stream on my Twitch channel. But I will be doing a lot more going forward. So make sure you guys subscribe. And that'll be it for my little plug, my shameless plug. Let's hop in this game. We got Wallace with the Hog Rider at the bridge. Zappies plus Skelly King is going to counter that Hog quite nicely. Hog kind of getting a little stuck there because of how big of the hitbox of a Skeleton King. Ice Spirit here to try and stop that ability. Ability is going to drop, though. Snowball from Wallace now. Skeleton is going to get a couple 2 shots there. So Ruben with what looks like to be Graveyard or Royal Giant on the bottom. Could be either. Still could be either after seeing the fireball. I would say most likely it's a royal giant. There comes the royal giant for the mortar here. Someone in the chat, Marlon in the chat, saying Ruben wins this easily. Looking at the matchup, I wouldn't say so easily. I think, you know, Valkyrie, Archer Queen, Mortar, Guards versus the Royal Giant. That's a lot of Royal Giant counters. I think Wallace definitely has the matchup. I would definitely predict him to win this one. Especially since Ruben doesn't have the lightning. One of the biggest things here for in a matchup like that. No way! The pre-snowball from Wallace. Knocking back that fisherman. Beautiful play, netting him 3 big hog hits there, over 1,000 damage. You know, this is gonna get really nitpicky, but if he would have placed his snowball like a little bit differently, I think one more tile to our right here, he could have pushed that fisherman away and prevented the king tower activation altogether. But overall, a very solid play. Firebolt gonna drop on this mortar here just to get a little bit of chip damage, take that out. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, the biggest thing here in this matchup is the spell for the RG player. If you have lightning for the Archer Queen, you definitely have chances to win. But with the Fireball variation, this Archer Queen is going to get so much value because Fireball does not kill Archer Queen. Like Fireball Log does not kill Archer Queen. Really good defense from Ruben here, preventing any sort of hits. He's going to drop another Fireball on that mortar as well. Here comes that Archer Queen ability. Mother Witch going to turn that Archer Queen into a pig, though. Earthquake going to drop just for some extra chip damage. A lot of spell cycle coming down from the players right now. And I'm not surprised by it. Neither player can break through very easily against the other. Biggest difference here is now Wallace is going to be kind of switching up his placement in this more. He's playing it up 1 tile here in order to prevent any fireball value. Ruben trying to launch an RG attack on the left here, but it's really not working out. Skelly King on the right is going to get cleaned up very easily by the Valkyrie. Fisherman here to try and snipe that Archer Queen, but the ability is going to pop a snowball as well. And wow, and this is what we're talking about with the Archer Queen value, guys. Just taking everything out. Fireball drops on the mortar. Ruben gets a little bit of chip damage once again, but really it's not enough to take away from the massive damage lead that Vols has right now. Here comes the RG at the bridge. Honestly, great timing for the RG. Mortar's going to drop here to try and push the RG back, but not before it gets 2 big shots, and all of a sudden Ruben is making a comeback. Vols with the counter push now, though. Valkyrie at the bridge in front of the Archer Queen. Here comes the Hog Rider as well. Tombstone down to defend this. Archer Queen ability to help DPS everything down. Ice Spear gonna drop, prevent that Skelly King ability. No, Skelly King ability does drop. Snowball has to come down for that. Mortar's doing its best to clean up this, but look at the counter push from Ruben now. Guards on the defense. Fireball drops on top of the mortar. Log comes through and tries to take out that RG, and it is successful. But now Ruben has the damage lead. Zappy's in the middle. Tombstone anti-earthquake placement. A Skelly King as well. That Hog Rider is not making it to the tower at all. Defensive mortar down. Here comes the Royal Giant at the bridge from Ruben. High Archer Queen here. An ability here as well to try and DPS that down. Valkyrie on the Skeleton King. Ice Spears can do a job of freezing everything up. Wallace now with the Earthquake cycle. He needs to cycle a lot of Earthquakes here to win this game. Guards to protect the Archer Queen, but it doesn't protect. Guards is going to try and DPS this down. Connection on the right side is decent. It's not enough. Here comes another Earthquake cycle from Wallace. Firebolt down from Ruben, but that's not going to be enough. 5 seconds left. Fishermen's are not going to get connected. And that is going to be game. Ruben calls out the GGs. You know, Ruben played very fantastic there, but Wallace with a very nice deck pick going to take this win home for him. And now it's 1-1 in the best of 3, guys. Whoever wins this next game is going to take the set and is going to be advancing into the semifinals. GGs. Get a GG's in the chat for Wallace. So let's think about the decks here. Hog Earthquake out from Wallace. RG out from Ruben. I don't remember exactly what decks they played in game 1. Ruben played E-Giant. I remember that. Wallace was using Mighty Miner. I think Wallace was using Mighty Miner Mortar Miner. So Mighty Miner out for Wallace here. I'm guessing we're going to see some Mighty Miner from Ruben in this next game. Maybe a Mighty Miner Hog Earthquake. Wallace, maybe some Golden Knights, Giant Skelly Drill Bridge Spam. You know, he's got this Mortar out. He's got the Mighty Miner out. I don't really see another option. Maybe some Mega Knight Bridge Spam. That could definitely be a thing. We might be able to see, we might be seeing some more Mega Knight Bridge Spam come into play here from Wallace. Usually that does a pretty solid job against a Hog Rider Earthquake that Ruben could potentially play here. Those are my thoughts on the potential decks here for the players here for this last best of 3. It is duels formatting. If you guys are coming into the stream, you guys are unfamiliar with what's going on right now, we are casting a $15,000 live event that's happening in Spain right now at DreamHack Valencia. Dedsafio Royale. It is a 12-man bracket. Duels formatting best of 3 all the way through. What duels formatting means, if you guys are unfamiliar, it just means you can't repeat cards. Any card that you play at all during the best of 3 cannot be repeated. Duels are so much more entertaining. I would agree. They're definitely fun to watch. Here we go, guys. Ruben at the bottom, Wallace at the top. Game 3 here. Royal Hogs from Ruben makes sense. And we are seeing Wallace use that Giant Skelly Drill Bridge Fan that we predicted. So Ruben with the pigs, though. Probably a Giant Skeleton Pigs deck. Or actually a Recruits Pigs deck. Interesting. A quick dash from Wallace is going to take out the opposing Golden Knight. Not going to dash to the tower, though. Flying Machine counter pushing now from Ruben. See what Wallace has got down for this. Maybe an Electro Wizard. Maybe just something to tank. You got some Zappies. Interesting. I like the choice from Wallace here. He was predicting that Ruben potentially will use Mighty Miner in this last set. So that's why he has the Zappies version of this deck here. Poison to drop down onto the Magic Archer. Interesting to see Ruben come with the poison in a deck like this. Usually it's like arrows or fireball, but with the fireball being used previously, makes sense to see the poison here. Cannon cart in the back for Wallace now. Flying Machine towards that to counteract it. The biggest thing for Ruben in a matchup like this is the Flying Machine. If he can protect it, like with these recruits to the bridge, it's gonna be very difficult for Wallace to take it out, just because Wallace doesn't have a fireball, any sort of spell to take those out. Golden Knight dash here is gonna try and counteract the opposing Golden Knight dash, but it's not gonna work out. Not only is the Golden Knight gonna be connecting here, but so is the Flying Machine. Wallace with the Tornado here, just to try and put a band-aid on the bleeding wound here. Well, that damage is done and you can't get it back. Ruben in a great spot already. Cage in the middle from Ruben. Just a full reset here. A poison coming down on this Magic Archer as well. I love the play from Ruben just to just poison this Magic Archer every single time. It's basically a battle of the glass cannons here. Like, who can protect their Flying Machine or who can protect their Magic Archer better. And when Ruben is just taking full advantage of his big spell here and making sure to win that interaction, it's going to mean a very difficult time for Wallace. Speaking of a difficult time, look at that huge Golden Knight connection on the left-hand side. Wallace is going to have a sigh of, I don't know, just realizing that the game is over, I guess. Huge pigs, Flying Machine connection on the left-hand side there. And Ruben, going to be the second match of the day here where my prediction was wrong. Going to take the dub versus Wallace 2-1 in the best of 3 there. Great deck pick there to finish it off. Finishing it off just in style there with recruits, pigs, Flying Machine, Golden Knight dash at the bridge. Everything connects. And that tower dropped really, really fast. GG's all around there. The semifinals is completed up here. Let's have a look at the bracket, guys. Morton and Lucas here. First round of the semifinals. And then Vitor versus Ruben down at the bottom. You know, it doesn't really get better than this. I thought we would see Wallace versus Vitor here, but Ruben, the 2020 world champion here, gonna be showing up, and you know, he's always a fun player to watch. We are gonna be seeing Morton versus Lucas. First off, though, type 1 in chat for Morton, type 2 in chat for Lucas. Who do you guys think is gonna win this next upcoming match? Nationalities, Lucas is from Spain. I want to say Lucas is from Spain. I know Morton, of course, is from Germany. Is Lucas from Spain or is he from somewhere else? Am I tripping? I'm about to look it up. Brazil? Yeah. That makes sense. Lucas from Brazil. Lucas from Brazil. My bad. I'm an ignorant American. Morton from Germany. Lucas will win. A lot of ones in the chat for Morton makes sense. I also got my money on Morton here. Looks like the players are ready to go. We're gonna hop into it very quickly. Wow, we have gameplay already. Let's go. Let's get it. Here we go. Lucas versus Morton, game 1. Like I said before, this could be the grand finals match in like another universe if the bracket was a little bit different. Both these players are at the top tier when it comes to Clash Royale talent and ability. I mean, look how evenly matched and how impressive their ladder and ranked PBs are on the left-hand side. Lucas with the Skeleton King, Fisherman, Royal Giant deck. Morton with what looks to be a Mortar Miner, Cannon Cart, Archer Queen, Control. It's interesting to see Cannon Cart and Archer Queen in the same like deck with a Mortar Miner deck like this. It's definitely not a surprise that we've seen it before. Cannon Cart is just one of those cards where it's able to provide a lot of value. Mortar is going to get a shot here. Lucas, not super happy about that one. Miner going to come through. Snowball going to drop on top. Skeleton King as well to prevent that Miner shot. And after seeing the Snowball, this might be a little bit different than what I thought. Lucas might actually be using a Graveyard deck right now. It's always interesting to see the RG and the Graveyard decks kind of sharing cards. Yeah, after seeing the Giant Skeleton, definitely the Big Hoss Graveyard, the double Big Hoss Graveyard deck is what I like to call it, having the Giant Skeleton and Skelly King. Guards here gonna protect quite nicely. Arrow's gonna drop onto absolutely everything. Fisherman does find a way to lock on the tower for 2 shots. That's gonna give Lucas that damage lead. Fisherman, or sorry, Skelly King, or sorry, Giant Skeleton Bomb, not enough to clean up that Dark Prince, so has to come down. Interesting to see Morton use the Dark Prince in his deck here. Maybe he was trying to snipe and predict Lucas to use drills. The only reason I would can really come up with to why he'd be using Dark Prince in a deck like this. This is a really aggressive plays from Morton. The Fisherman's getting so much value here, pulling absolutely everything in. Mortar is going to take this Fisherman out, though. Dark Prince charging up, going to do a nice job of cleaning this Giant Skelly up. Mortar gets another shot, though, once again. Morton back in the damage lead. Does he have a big spell, though? There it is. Big spell going to drop, take out this Hunter. And the Graveyard is going to come down from Lucas now. Fire Spirit to try and help on the defense. Log here as well. There's no tank for this Graveyard, so it's definitely not a huge threat. Morton decides to use the Dark Prince rather than guards on defense here, realizing that Lucas does have the arrows in cycle. Doesn't want to give those arrows value. Mortar Miner at the bridge. Giant Skelly gets pulled back. Mortar is going to be locking on the tower here as well. Zappies all get hit. Morton's in a great spot. Here comes a Graveyard, but there's no tank once again. I don't understand the Graveyard here from Lucas. This Mortar is just popping off, getting lots of shots on the tower. Skelly King ability is going to drop. Fire Spirit is going to help clean that up along with that beautiful guard surround. And Morton is playing this to a T right now. Dark Prince is going to splash into everything, absorb that Giant Skelly Bomb with the shield as well. And the counter push is strong. Another Mortar at the bridge. Giant Skelly is down for the defense, but the Cannon Cart is still on Morton's side of the map. Not going to cross. Going to provide so much value here on the defensive. Taking out the entire Giant Skeleton. Mortar is going to take a shot and kill these Zappies here. Hunter at the bridge. kind of a panic hunter, and that's going to get wiped out by the opposing cannon cart. Here comes a miner and another mortar here. Fisherman is going to distract the miner and the mortar, but not before the miner gets a couple shots. Fisherman getting a lot of value once again, pulling that cannon cart. Double big hoss on the board. We'll see if Lucas can do anything as it hits triple elixir to try and come back. First graveyard down with the giant skeleton tanking this time, but the poison going to drop on the defensive now. Skelly King ability is down, but the log is going to counteract that quite nicely. Dark Prince to make sure no straggler skeletons are able to lock on. Here comes the mortar. Hunter has to drop here, or else the mortar would have taken a fat shot. Poison's going to get down for some nice damage though, and that miner's going to drop here, getting some nice chip here as well. Skelly King on the miner, but the miner is chipping away and getting nice damage throughout. 30 seconds left. I don't think Lucas can come back right now. The graveyard is the win condition, and Morton has guards. He's got poison. His defense for the graveyard is quite nice, but it doesn't even matter. Miner poison is going to finish this off, and Morton is going to be taking game 1 in the best of 3 here. A beautiful deck pick by him, a beautiful matchup, and a beautiful gameplay from Morton as well. Going to take a very convincing W. He just needs one more win to secure himself a place in the grand finals here, ladies and gentlemen. Jeebus going to be talking with Lucas X Gamer here on the left-hand side of the stage to try to, try and come up with a deck to beat the runner-up of the Serial World Finals here. Morton probably just going to make his own deck picks. Or maybe he's going to be talking with a coach or analyst. Probably talking with a coach or analyst via his phone right now. I can see him type in here. Probably giving his thoughts on what deck they're going to be using. No coach need for Morton. He probably has a coach. There's probably not an in real life coach here. So let's think about the decks that could potentially come out. Mortar, Miner out from Morton. Graveyard out. Also RG out from Lucas here. He can't use RG since he already used Fisherman in that Graveyard deck. Probably going to be seeing some drill. I would not be surprised to be seeing some drill from Lucas here. Especially since Morton did use quite a lot of drill counters in that first game. He used the log. He used the guards. He also used the Dark Prince already. Looks like the ref here is going to be making sure that the players are ready to go. Drewsley is his coach juice. Yep, that makes sense. Honestly, two kind of like powerhouses of coaches here. But wow, I just realized that this is like the top 2 players probably in this tournament, and the top 2 coaches kind of going head to head. Drewsley versus Jeebus, Lucas versus Morton. This is definitely the matchup here. Lucas is a little bit nervous though, because he knows he needs to win this match if he wants to force to game 3. Let's hop into it here. Good luck from both players. Wall breakers back from Morton. A Goblin Barrel. Mega Knight gonna drop down. Some Mega Knight wall breakers from Morton. And a bait deck from Lucas. Maybe a Mighty Miner bait deck. Interesting. It's not every day you see baits in a tournament like this. Drill from Morton. So not a Mighty Miner wall breaker since he used Miner previously. But rather a Mega Knight drill wall breakers. Lucas here with a slight misplay. He actually misses the King activation here. That's definitely going to be a very important part of the remainder of this game. Mighty Miner from both players there. Morton counting that Goblin Barrel the best he can. Fairly close in damage at the moment. Mighty Miner is going to connect here with some decent health. Drops the tower down to 2-6-11. So let's see. Mighty Miner bait. Just kind of classic it looks like, with a bomb tower and a Dark Goblin instead of Princess. Probably has Rocket last card. Versus Morton with the Mega Knight drill wall breakers. Interesting. I don't know. I'm trying to think of who has the matchup. It's not going to be easy for either players here to defend. Like, obviously a Mega Knight push can be difficult for Lucas here. Mighty Miner does get taken out get quite quickly by the Mega Knight Zap combo. Morton also having the arrows though as well. That's definitely something to point out. Having 2 spells versus a bait deck is always nice to see. Whoa, Bats not able to fully counter those 2 elixir goblins to the bridge. Nice connection from Lucas there. Dark Gob is going to clean up the wall breakers. Mighty Miner, Dark Gob counter pushing now. Lucas with another Goblin Barrel. Mega Knight going to drop on top absolutely everything. Arrows are back in cycle for that Goblin Barrel. Going to get even trade. Bomb Tower down to defend. Goblin as well to try and DPS. Here comes the drill. Ice Spear going to do a nice job of freezing up that Musketeer. Bomb Tower going to clean that up. Wall breakers are on the left-hand side here. They connect. A double connection there. Mighty Miner wall breakers at the bridge. Bats are down for the defense. Ability from Lucas. Ability from Morton as well to counteract. Overall, super close game. Lucas with a small damage lead though. 20 seconds until we head into overtime. Ice Spirits and maybe another Goblin Barrel here. No. Sets up a Bomb Tower rather instead. Here comes the drill on the left here. Goblin Barrel through. Goblins down for the defense. Perfectly timed Mega Knight from Morton there. You love to see it. Beautiful play there. Taking out all 3 of those goblins. Mighty Miner Dark Gob on the defense. Ice Spirit here. Arrow's going to drop onto the Dark Gob there. Bats down from Morton to defend this Goblin Barrel. Ice Spirit here. He's back to a Goblin Barrel. Goblin Barrel's coming in. Morton does get the arrows down for that. Musketeer cleans up this Dark Goblin. But Lucas has been chipping away quite a bit with a couple Goblin hits there. A couple log chips here as well. Another Dark Gob in the back from Lucas. And he wants to keep applying this pressure. Ice Spirit through. Mighty Miner ability is going to clean up most of the goblins. Missing one of them though. Mega Knight at the bridge with the bats. Zap has to come down onto the Mighty Miner. No, Mighty Miner ability is going to pop rather. It doesn't use the zap. Well played. But the defenses for Lucas are just immaculate right now. Wall breakers the bridge doesn't really get much done. And the Dark Gob connects for another shot. Drill is getting cleaned up very easily by these goblins as well. Morton calls a good game. Maybe thinking that he doesn't really have a chance to come back and win this one. Mega Knight going to drop here, but a not perfect timing this time. Goblin gets one shot. Lucas keeps getting one Goblin hit here, one Dark Goblin hit there, and he's just increasing that damage lead slowly but surely. Mighty Miner ability. Wall breaker is going to connect for Morton now. Free arrows onto the Goblins. It does miss. Goblin's going to come down late to counter that drill. Another round of wall breakers are inbound. They aren't going to connect though. Pre-bats in the back for the play here. Mega Knight here at the bridge too. Zap going to drop down here, but the Goblins are getting quite a bit of damage. Pre-Musketeer at the bridge to try and break through this Mighty Miner, but it's got too much health. Ice Spear going to freeze that Musketeer down. A Bats plus Zap here is going to clean the Goblins up, but the Zap doesn't come down though. Zap is on offense. It gets a couple skeleton hits, but the rocket from Lucas is going to finish that game off. Oh, boys. Here we have it. 1-1 in the best of 3 now. It's going down to the final match, guys. I'm on the edge of my seat right now. Here, I'll show you. Here, watch. I'm on the edge of my seat. We're 1-1 in this best of 3. Bait's out. Mighty Miner out from both players. Mega Knight wall breakers. Lucas can't use RG or bait. He's got to use drill. We got to see Lucas using drill here, right? I think he used miner as well, right? No, he used graveyard. You could use miner or drill. Lucas could use miner or drill. Morton already used drill and miner. Maybe we'll see some Hog Earthquake with Archer Queen. Maybe a Roll of Giants from Morton as well. So I would say either Hog or RG has to come through for Morton. And then Lucas is going to have to use either miner or drill. Morton bait. Yeah, we could see Morton use bait. He already used a Mighty Miner though. So I kind of highly doubt that. Let's take a look at the players right now. They're focused. A lot on the line here right now. I would probably say whoever wins this game, like whoever wins this next game and takes home this best of 3 is going to win the whole tournament as well. Like that's what's on the line right now. Morton uses Mortar. I think he already used Mortar. Yeah, he already used Mortar in game 1, so he cannot play it again. It's the duels formatting best of 3. So, yeah. Good luck from both players. Here we go. Morton with the ghost in the back. Probably either Royal Giants or a Drill Bridge Fam deck. But he already used Drill, so it has to be Royal Giant for Morton. Lucas with the cage down. Maybe a Royal Hogs deck. Maybe that Recruit Royal Hogs deck that we saw Ruben win with not too long ago. Bar Barrel from Morton on the right, trying to apply some pressure. Bar Barrel going to come out from Lucas as well. Queen here. Snipe this Phoenix out. We're going to switch lanes here. Lucas with the Golden Knight. This might actually, I mean, still could be Drill, don't get me wrong. But I feel like Lucas could also be using Electro Giant here, actually. After seeing the Baby Dragon, yeah, I would say definitely either Electro Giant, but more, maybe even Golem. Tornado here gets a Killing Tower activation. That's super useful for Lucas. Actually, it's not super useful since Morton's win condition is the Royal Giant. Won't get a lot of value, but it'll get some. Phoenix going to drop down. Bar Barrel for the Giant Skelly as well. So let me get this straight. Archer, Queen, Giant Skelly, RG from Morton. Golem, Cage, Phoenix, Tornado, Golden Knight from Lucas. It's a fascinating matchup, honestly. I mean, I don't know. Who's got this matchup, though? I would say... I mean, obviously, it's really going to depend on Morton's spell. If he has the Lightning, it's going to be super good for defense, especially since Phoenix dies to Lightning and stuff like that now. Whoa. Huge misplay from Lucas here. He allows this Ghost to connect to the tower here. Misclicking the cage maybe up like by a tile. Phoenix in the back here just preparing for some defense. That was a lot of damage. Okay, it looks like Morton does have the Lightning. Giant Skelly almost makes the tower. Golden Knight gonna dash or gonna drop at the last second. Bar Barrel here from Morton to prevent the dash. Ghost here as well to tank for everything. Bar Barrel from Lucas now to tank this Ghost. Giant Skelly in the back from Morton. Reset for the cage for Lucas now. E-Spirit from Morton. He's trying to get back to another Lightning probably. High Archer Queen. Lucas is going to drop a Lightning on that Queen for sure. No! Stop. Don't lag. Okay, Lightning on the Queen is down after the ability pops. So he takes a extra elixir away from Morton off that. Well played. And the Golem at the fridge in front of the Golden Knight. Interesting. No Golem back, but rather the Golem at the bridge in order to apply that pressure. Fisherman is down. The Tornado pulls this through, though. The Golden Knight's going to... Bro, what is this lag? Golden Knight is... Or Golem plus Golden Knight does connect to the tower here for a lot of damage. It's Morton's turn, though. Look at the counter push. Archer Queen ability plus the Fisherman and the RG. Cage and the Phoenix on the defense, though. Phoenix is going to be respawning here. That's going to help so much on the defense and stop this RG to one hit. Golden Knight for the counter push. Does not find a way to connect. Baby Giant at the bridge to kill his Ghost. Golden Knight as well. Baby Giant is counter pushing. Archer Queen misses here from Morton. Huge mistake. Baby Giant 3 big shots. 534 on the left now. Here's the counter push, though. Tornado in his back. Cage is down. Lightning on everything for Morton. Bar Barrel drops through. RG is not going to make it to the tower, though. And that Queen is dead. Is Morton going to lose this game to Lucas X Gamer? There's 50 seconds left on the match. Here's a quick pressure at the bridge. Ghost RG. High Queen here as well. 45 seconds. Tornado's going to pull this back. Golden Knight down for defense as well. Bar Barrel on top of the Archer Queen and the dash. Queen does get the ability off to prevent this counter push, but... Oh, it is going to die to the Goblin Brawler. Morton with a huge upset. Or, like, he's very upset about that Archer Queen dying there. He really needed that for a potential comeback here. Morton calls the good game. Wow. Lightning's going to drop here from Lucas. Baby Giant's going to finish it off. And that's going to be it, guys. Lucas going to beat Morton, actually, and take home the win here. A really good sportsmanship from Morton here, giving a handshake to Lucas. and Jeebus here, his coach. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm kind of speechless. I did not expect Morton to lose there. I did not expect that at all. Wow. I mean, it really comes down to a couple big, like, I would say the biggest mistake from Morton was the missed Archer Queen. You guys remember that? He placed that Archer Queen high outside of the lightning range, but the Big Giant came through, locked on the left side tower, and did over 500 damage. At that point, it was really hard for Morton to come back. Lucas set up for some really good defenses. Here's a look at the bracket, guys. Lucas is going to be secured into that grand final spot. The next match we're going to be going over is Vitor versus Ruben to see who's going to meet him up there. Can Morton win the trophy? No, sir. He's out. Single elimination bracket. He's knocked out. It's up to Lucas and Ruben and Vitor now. It's up to these three players that I just said for who's going to potentially win this next, or who's going to win the trophy. It was that Golem connection. Yes, the Golem connection was big, but there's not really a lot that Morton could have done defensively in order to prevent that, in my opinion. Maybe he should have gone for a higher up Fisherman in order to force the Tornado out early and prevent the Gold Knight dash. Just maybe something that he could have done differently versus the Golem. But, you know, the most simple and most easy to point out mistake was really the missed Archer Queen there. He played it late, and the Beidran locked on, and Lucas was able to just defend for the rest of the game after that, after having a massive damage lead. What happens if Vitor wins? Who gets the coach? That's a good question. If you guys don't know, Vitor and Lucas are being coached by the same person here, Jeebus. Shout out to Jeebus. Here, let me give a quick shout out to Jeebus Twitter. I feel like coaches and analysts don't get enough recognition. At XJEBUZ on Twitter, guys. Go drop him a follow. One of, if not the most accomplished coaches in Clash Royale. But yeah, both of the players are being coached by Jeebus. So when they get to the final, maybe Jeebus will just step back and have the players pick their own decks. That's probably what will happen. Or maybe he's made a deal with the players that he's gonna help one or the other when it gets to the final, something like that. Could go either way. I'm not sure. All right, here we go. Ruben versus Vitor here. Game 1. Last game of the semifinals. This best of 3 is going to be the difference maker of who's going to make it to the grand finals and meet Lucas up there. Ruben here with what looks to be another round of Royal Hogs. Recruits Royal Hogs. Vitor with a quick cycle miner wall breakers deck. Flying Machine going to get one shot here. Ruben with the Golden Knight in the back. Vitor is up a little bit of damage from that early miner ship at the start. Golden Knight dash is going to come through, but it's not going to come down onto the tower because of how quick the Mighty Miner is. Here comes the Miner Bats combo. Pressure on the right hand side. Eastward is back in cycle. Bats get a little bit of ship. Fireball going to drop on the Flying Machine. And the Miner is going to get some nice damage here and tank for these bats to allow the bats to kill the entire Goblin Brawler there. Gold Knight going to drop and to defend these wall breakers quite nicely. And Vitor not quite cycled back to the Mighty Miner down for the defense because of the 3-card cycle from the champs. So Miner's going to have to drop down to defend that. Pretty even in Elixir now. Vitor is feeling really good right now because of 2 reasons. He's got a great matchup in my opinion. And he's also up quite a bit of damage. Especially with a miner, especially as a miner deck like this. Getting a nice damage lead this early in a match of Clash Royale is generally will mean a W for you. High Flying Machine here outside of the fireball radius to snipe out these spears. Mighty Miner down to tank and defend both of these units. Miner on the offense now, bats as well. I love the pre-log there. Taking out the... Wow, just doing a great job of taking out the E-Spear here to keep the bats for some massive value. Perfect Mighty Miner ability as well. The Miner chipping away quite a bit also. Vitor is pressuring and playing this just to a T right now. Flying machine in the middle to clean everything up and to support these recruits. And that was what I was worried about here. Bomb tower as well. Vitor's got great defenses. He's got the Mighty Miner for the Gold Knight. He's got the bomb tower for the pigs. He's got the fireball for the flying machine. If he plays well, there's no reason he should lose this. Mighty Miner connecting for a little bit of damage on the left hand side along with those bats. Recruits, Ruben going for another push, but it's going to be super difficult for him to connect. Flying machine at the bridge. Fireball's just going to immediately drop onto that and not give it a single chance to make anything happen. Bat's going to keep the recruit on the left to one hit. E-Spirit on the bats there. Miner's going to drop through here. Attempting to tank for the bats as well, but just not going to matter. But the Miner does get a little bit of chip though. Literal hard counter feels bad. I feel you, No Name. Definitely a hard counter for Vitor here. Maybe Ruben a little bit too predictable with his deck choices here. He did use this in the previous best of 3 he played. Really not much he can do. The only thing Ruben can really hope for is a crazy Gold Knight dash onto some Spear Gods or something like this. But Vitor's doing a great job of like always preventing these Gold Knight dashes. Look at that. Exactly what I'm talking about. Beautiful Mighty Miner there on the Gold Knight. Fireball Law going to come through, finish this one off. A bit of an anticlimactic victory, but a victory for Vitor nonetheless. And this is the power of having a good coach behind you guys. A good deck prediction, a bit of a snipe there, and Ruben's going to be up a win already in the best of 3. And Ruben is in a pretty tough spot. He has to win the next 2 to take the set. Sheesh. New Mighty Miner needs a nerf. Yeah, he's fast, man. He goes zoom. Are you guys enjoying the tournaments? Are you enjoying my casting? Hopefully you guys are. If you guys are, make sure you guys click the subscribe button. I'm going to be streaming all big Clash Royale casting events that I do on my channel going here on out. So make sure you guys drop a sub. Don't miss anything like that. Turn your notifications on. I also post really high quality videos as well. Always with some top like ladder tournament, or sorry, some top ladder content, maybe top like global tourneys, stuff like that. Remember to use creator code JuicyJ as well, guys. If you guys spend any money in Clash Royale or any Supercell game, pop my code in there. It gives me a percentage of what you spend in the game. If you buy like Pass Royale or something like that, one of the best ways to support me. Appreciate y'all. Mighty Miner is so annoying. Honestly, it is. It's like a win condition now because of how fast it goes to the tower. Monk is now overrated. You think Monk is overrated? I think Monk is underrated. I think everyone's using Mighty Miner right now, and they're not realizing that Monk is still a fairly strong card, even at 5 elixir. Vitor with what looks to be a graveyard deck. Potentially a Royal Giant deck, though. Ruben with a Minor Poison. Monk here on the defense here. So Ruben with a Minor Mortar Poison Monk Phoenix that we've seen in the last meta. He's out of elixir right now though, and this mortar is locked. Fisherman gonna drop a little bit late on the Fisherman, and the Mother Witch actually fails to prevent the kite there on the Phoenix. Phoenix is gonna connect a bit here as well. Barb Barrel at the bridge from Vitor to try and get some extra damage. Goblin's gonna drop down. It will kill the Mother Witch, but Mother Witch spawns 2 pigs. That's going to be some extra chip damage for Vitor. Vitor already starting this game very well. Usually this matchup is pretty tough for the mortar, or sorry, for the RG side of things, but this start to the match for Vitor is very solid. Mortar in the middle from Ruben here, placed up 1 tile to be outside of fireball range. Vitor with the Skelly came back here to get some ability filled up for his Skeleton King. Ability's gonna pop. RG's not making his way to the tower despite the nice Zappies protection from Vitor there. Poison gonna drop on these Zappies from Ruben to ensure a nice defense. Plays are even an elixir. Vitor's gonna reset with a tombstone now. Mortar, once again, a log as well. It's gonna be a dead tombstone. Mortar gonna stay up on this map for quite a while here just to help defend everything. Monk Phoenix on the right hand side to try and counter this RG quite nicely. A minor poison on top of the Monk as well. Monk ability here gonna get some extra tip damage. Another mortar for the defense. And here comes the RG. Phoenix down for the defense. Huge counter push on dual lane pressure right now though. Mortar's gonna drop. Phoenix does kill the RG and Poison's gonna drop to kind of prevent everything on the right side. Log as well. Skelly King ability, I just can't agree with that play. Straight into the Poison. Ruben's doing a nice job of using his matchup advantage to come back though. He's relying on that Phoenix versus the RG on the defenses. He's using the Poison correctly. And he's chipping away quite a bit. Using the 3-card cycle from the Monk to get back to Poisons on offense and defense there. And Lightning will drop here. But the Phoenix Egg is just going to respawn. Monk at the bridge on the RG. Miner. Zappy's down for the defense. They get frozen up. Miner getting a lot of a chip here. Log on defense there. That RG is gone. Mortar's going to help take these Zappies out as well. These Mortars on the defense are getting so much value. Ruben in for another Miner here. And he's very close to tying this game back up. Barbarell's going to come through, take these Goblins out. RG not going to find a way to connect. Here comes the Skelly King ability on the right side. Log is down for that. Some Skeletons are going to spawn though. Skelly King gets 2 big shots. Zappies in the middle of the map are going to do a great job of defending everything here. Poison from Ruben to get some extra damage in. Lightning from Vitor though. Barbarell onto that. This RG is healthy and Ruben is low on elixir. RG's connecting right now. No way. RG makes it to the tower for 1 more shot. And 1 more lightning from Vitor is going to finish this game off. Goblins to try and predict the lightning. He almost does it, but Vitor is going to clutch up the game and take the 2-0 sweep in this matchup versus Ruben. And there you have it. Another finalist is secured. It's going to be Vitor versus Lucas here. Looks like they're happy. You know, both of the finalists here on the right side of the map celebrating each other. Maybe they're happy to play against each other for the final game. I'll say I'm happy to see it as well. I can't wait to see the Vitor Lucas matchup. I also can't wait to see what they're going to do for the whole coach deck picks situation. Let's have a quick look at the bracket here, guys. Lucas and Vitor at the grand final now. GG's to both of them for making it this far. Where can we get JuicyJ merch? In the description, man. I got a link in the description. Go check out my merch, guys. It's high quality. You know, it looks good. You can wear it everywhere. It's not like your normal creator merch. It's like too flashy. I like to keep my stuff simple. Kind of like designer-esque, I guess. Go to the description. Check out my merch, guys. Should be pretty near the top of the description. Outcoming on the tournament, I prefer to cast and I create content than play like professionally now. Glad you're enjoying the content, Jack. Can you do a series on how to play graveyard matchups, like strategy, each type of winning condition you might play against? Potentially in the future, but honestly, man, if you're looking for something like that, just go through and watch my videos. Playing against a bunch of different matchups in my graveyards all over the place in my videos. You can definitely just watch them and learn from my gameplay. Morn equals SK Morn? Yes, same person. New Monk is so useless. I mean, all they did was nerf its elixir cost from 4 to 5. When's Rage gonna be updated? Probably pretty soon. Not sure. So yeah, what are they gonna do? Bro, I might like I'm gonna message. I'm low-key gonna message Jeebus on Twitter. Like I'm super I'm super curious to like know like how like if he's gonna help pick decks or not, you know? Or like who he's gonna help out. Okay, Mortar Bridge first play from Lucas and Vitor with the Magic Archer Tornado here. Gonna get a lot more damage than Lucas got, that's for sure. Vitor up a bit of elixir here as well because of that aggressive play, forcing out a lot of defensive elixir from Lucas there. Goblins down, goes in the back. Vitor, what is this deck? Is this like a variation of Golden Knight Drill Bridge Spam or something? Lucas with what looks to be not a Monk Phoenix Miner Poison Mortar, but a Mighty Miner Phoenix Miner Poison. Here comes a Cannon Cart High here to help DPS everything down. And Mighty Miner ability going to help out quite a bit here. Log going to drop onto everything, kill that Phoenix Egg. Mighty Miner logs on the left hand side for a bit of chip. Giant Skelly Bomb going to take everything out. Tower is able to target that egg, fortunately for Vitor. Doesn't have to spend any extra elixir to prevent that respawn. Here comes a Mortar at the bridge from Lucas. Really aggressive play. Goblins here in the middle is going to distract. Magic Archer here as well is going to take the Mortar out from afar to prevent that Cannon Cart from getting extra value. I really like the aggression there from Lucas, taking advantage of his remaining Cannon Cart. Counter pushing Magic Archer. Lucas decides to eat that. Makes a lot of sense. It is his strong side tower. He's going to recoup some elixir because of that play. Phoenix in the back here. He needs to cycle to another Mighty Miner for this Ghost. Skeleton Surround will do the job along with the Phoenix. Mighty Miner in the back now for the Giant Skeleton. Drill coming in from Vitor now. Will we see a Golden Knight plus a Tornado at the bridge? No, sir. Mighty Miner going to take everything out quite nicely. Beautiful play from Vitor getting that King Tower activation. Mighty Miner ability from Lucas. It is still a threat. Goblins down for the defense. Here comes another Giant Skeleton on the bridge. Very aggressive play. Gets a double Phoenix as well, though. Cannon Cart is down for the defense. I really love the choice from Lucas here to have Cannon Cart in his deck. These Giant Skeletons would be fairly difficult to deal with otherwise. Magic Archer is lined up with the tower here for a couple of shots. And the Tornado as well is going to line it up for even more. Vitor giving Lucas a bit of a taste of his own medicine. Lucas known for his Magic Archer Tornado combinations. And Vitor's up a lot of damage here in this match. It's not impossible for Lucas to come back, though. Vitor does not have a big spell in his deck. It's always possible to come back. Giant Skelly going to tank absolutely everything in the map here. Giant Skelly Bomb is going to take this Cannon Cart out. Will the Mortar find a way to log? Yes, it does. Cannon Cart at the bridge from Lucas is going to take that Magic Archer out, but not before it gets 3 or maybe even 4 huge shots on the tower there. Another Mortar at the bridge now for Lucas. He needs to make a huge connection here if he wants to win this game. Here comes the Drill from Vitor. If he can defend this properly, maybe he can win. Oh, the pre-tornado on the Skeletons. Goblins connect, and that's going to be it. Vitor going to take game 1 here, ladies and gentlemen. GG's, well played, Vitor. Just one more win away from taking the trophy for the Dedsafio Royale in DreamHack Valencia. It's intense. Lucas needs to win this next match. Oh, guys, I want to show you guys this. Look, there's no coach help here. Both of these players having the same coach for this tournament. They're in the finals now. And Jeebus deciding to step back and let the players choose their own decks. No coach help from either side. It's just player versus player here. You think Giant Skeleton decks are good? 100%. Tomorrow is Mini TV Royale confirmed in YouTube community post. Interesting. I'm not really sure what that is, but What do you guys think's gonna win this next match? Lucas, type 1 in chat for Lucas, type 2 in chat for Vitor. If Vitor wins this next game, he's gonna take it home. One more win away from taking it home. A lot of ones. I see a lot of twos as well. A bit of a mix up here. I am the strongest player. I'm gonna call cap on that one. You're not Muhammad Light. Here we go, guys. We're hopping into it. This is nerve-wracking. I've been in a spot like this before. What? Lucas with 2 spirits? What is happening? He's got an ice spirit and a fire spirit. He's got a snowball as well. What is this? Maybe Expo? Like an Expo pump deck? Vitor with the minor bats inbound. Queen on the defense. I'm so confused. What is this? Expo pump? 2 spirits? Archer Queen counter pushing here. Where's the ability? There it is. Cannon down for the defense now. Maybe a Hog Earthquake deck from Lucas? Yeah, Hog Earthquake from Lucas. He just doesn't have skeletons or goblins. He used them previously in the best of 3 maybe? Or I don't know. Maybe he thought that the double spirits would be useful. I'm so fascinated by the choice of cards here. Valkyrie here is going to stop one wall breaker, but not the other. Vitor's got to be pretty happy about the damage lead right now. Another Fire Spirit the bridge from Lucas. Ice Spirit down to clean up this miner quite nicely. Queen takes it out. 0 miner hits. A beautiful play from Lucas there. Counter pushing Archer Queen now. Prince is down. Hogguard in the opposite lane here. Archer Queen ability is going to pop at the perfect timing. Prince will take that out, but Hog gets a lot of shots. 3 big shots. Almost 1,000 damage to the right inside for Lucas. Snowball is going to drop here to perfectly counter that Musketeer. And Earthquake here as well from Lucas to get some chip damage in. Cannon down for the defense here. Going to absorb those wall breaker shots. Here comes the push. A pre-arrows misses the Fire Spirit though. Here comes the Hog now. Biggest thing here is since Lucas is using the double spirit, he doesn't have much for these miners. Snowball pushes the wall breakers towards the tower, and one of them connects. Oh my lord, and the miss Fire Spirit here, or miss Ice Spirit. Prince connecting for a lot of damage to the right hand side. Here comes another Hog Rider. Free Snowball for bats, doesn't connect. Hog gets 2 shots. This game is crazy right now. What's going on? Multiple players defending in an interesting manner, to say the least. Arrows coming down once again. Prince counter pushing now. Prince and Bats gonna get taken out by that Snowball Cannon. Queen. Cannon does his best on the left, but the miner getting a lot of chip damage through. Super close match. We're gonna be seeing maybe an Earthquake or a Hog Rider on the right side. Archer Queen does pop the ability. Is the Valkyrie back in cycle? Yes, it is. I love that play from Vitor here to force that Mega Knight out before going for the push. And the Snowball going to allow that Hog Rider to connect. We're in overtime. Whoever takes the tower first is going to win. Lucas needs to win this match or else he's done. Oh my gosh. A low battery from the spectator here. What's happening? Hog connects. And Lucas is going to take it. Oh my gosh, the worst timing for a low battery from the production team there. But the Lucas is going to take this win and he's going to tie it up. It is now 1-1 in the best of 3, guys. It's going down to the very last match here for the finals. You love to see it. Quick shout out to Tim O'Callahan. Thank you so much for the $10 donation. Thanks for the great content. Do you have a fan club? I guess I do kind of have a fan club. If you guys are interested in joining and getting on my friends list, click that join button next to the subscribe button on my YouTube channel. All my YouTube members do get to get on the friends list. You get some other perks as well. Consider joining here and don't forget to subscribe as well. Quick shout out to all my YouTube members. Honestly, guys, I'm on the edge of my seat. I mean, it's 1-1 the best of 3. The players are picking their own decks here. You know, it's going down to the game 3. Lucas versus Vitor. Who do I think is gonna win? I don't know. I think Vitor is gonna win. That's my prediction. Lucas was starting to make some questionable plays there, missing the Ice Spear onto the Prince. I think the nerves are starting to get to him a little bit, but he's played well. He's done well so far. He beat Morton previously. I don't know. I don't know. It really could go either way. It's your birthday? Yo, happy birthday, Ethan. Thanks for watching the stream. Great job commentating. Yo, thanks, Timothy. So bad by the production team. Yeah, I don't know why they don't have their iPad plugged in. Where's your face? We need that. Here you go, brother. Here you go. I got you. Until they get in the next game. What's up? What's up, everyone? How you guys doing? Are you guys enjoying the content? Are you guys not entertained? I love casting. This is so exciting. I'm trying to think, like, what decks are we going to be seeing here? Hog Rider is out. Miner's out from both players, I believe. Lucas won with what, like a Magic Archer deck at the start? Magic Archer Drill, I believe it was. Or is it? No, that was Vitor. Vitor won with that versus Lucas Miner. I don't know, man. I really don't. Mega Knight. Yeah, I don't know. We're into it now, though. We'll see what we got. Ooh, Vitor with the bait. I didn't expect that. Arrows from Lucas. What does the arrows mean? Does that mean graveyard? Does he have graveyard? Does he have Mega Knight wall breakers of his own? Did he copy Vitor's deck that he just used previously? Log cycle from Vitor. Skeletons in the back now. Dark Ob at the bridge to apply pressure. Can Lucas catch it? Yes, he does. He gets the Inferno Dragon down. Inferno Dragon probably means graveyard. I would assume this is graveyard from Lucas. Bats here. That does not mean graveyard. What is bats? Interesting. Is this a Lava Hound deck? What is this deck from Lucas? It is the third match in a duels best of 3. So, you know, the deck choices are definitely going to be strange. Really nice Ice Spirit plus Dark Gob and Cannon to clean that Skelly King ability up. Lucas is up some elixir. He has to counter this, though. Gets the Zappies down to tank. After seeing the Zappies, I would say 100% is graveyard. So an interesting kind of a wacky graveyard deck from Lucas versus Vitor with what looks to be a pretty classic quick cycle bait deck. It really is going to depend on what Lucas's last card is, or like what his big spell is. If he has another way to like take out the Goblin Barrels and just help out, it's going to be super useful. If he can like arrows the Dark Gobs on the defenses and stuff. That Inferno Dragon got so much value. Rocket's going to come down. Skelly's as well, but Vitor's out of elixir right now. Skelly King ability does not drop his ability, but bats are going to come on through here. And they're going to connect for a lot of damage. Vitor is in the hole here when it comes to damage right now already. Just some misplays at the bridge. Lucas doing a great job of realizing he's up elixir after that massive value that he got from the Inferno Dragon. Once again, just getting a nice arrows on the Goblin Barrel. And Lucas looks like he's going to take this win unless two things happen. Either Lucas makes a big mistake and chokes it, or Vitor makes a crazy outplay and gets a crazy Mighty Miner connection. I just don't see that happening, though, especially since Lucas has the Zappies. A really good deck pick from Lucas here. The Zappies are absolutely clutch on defense versus the Mighty Miner. Here comes another graveyard. Double cannons for the defense. Dark Gob is down as well. Lucas gonna go for the arrows on the Dark Gob here. Ice Spirit trying to distract the Inferno Dragon, but the skeletons do connect for a bit of damage. Log on top of the Skelly King. And Lucas is gonna reset with a Tombstone in the back. Huge Mighty Miner push on the left-hand side, though. Bats clean this up quite nicely along with the Zappies. Ability here gonna get some solid value, clean everything up, but Vitor is still in a really difficult spot when it comes to a comeback. Arrows do come out. Goblins are going to get a bit of damage here, but the skeletons from the graveyards are having some really good RNG, somehow finding ways to connect. Mighty Miner at the bridge on the Skelly King. A log through here to take everything out. And here comes another Goblin Barrel Ice Spirit combo. He goes for a Goblin Barrel in this situation to try and dodge a potential fireball. High Dark Goblin. That is an arrow's range, though. Skeleton's to the bridge protecting the Inferno Dragon. Here comes another Goblin Barrel. Skelly King is down. It takes 2 of them out. Goblin does get 1 shot, but it's not really enough to come through for the counter. Vitor calls the good game. Tarkov's doing its best. Tombstones come down to protect. And I think that is going to be exactly that. I think that is going to be a good game. Lucas just needs 1 more fireball here to finish it off. Arrow's going to drop. That is enough. GG's. Well played. Lucas is your DreamHack Valencia Dedsafio Royale champion, ladies and gentlemen. Taking home $7,000. Well played to Lucas, one of the best players in the world. It's no surprise to see him come home with a very convincing W here in the final match here. Very, very nice deck pick as well from Lucas there, really securing that victory. Lucas is your champion once again, guys. Congratulations to Lucas. GG's, well played all throughout the tournament. We had some very nice matches. I think Lucas definitely deserved it. You know, he played well. He beat 2 serial world finalists. He beat Morin, the runner-up at this year's world finals as well. He played amazing. He deserved it. He looks happy. I wish we could hear this interview. Oh, let me try and turn up the volume a little bit. It's super quiet though.
Bueno,
bueno,
muchas gracias, chicos. Felicidades a Lucas.
I don't speak Spanish, but anyone in the chat, I guess, enjoy it.
Enhorabuena.
There's a good old revel.
De trofeo. Muchas gracias a la gente. Oye, es Lucas.
Lucas.
Bueno, oye, venga, qué grande, O sea, desde Brasil ha venido, Ha venido.
They should have done what they did at the World Finals, bro. Just like drop confetti from the ceiling. Get some fire blazing everywhere. Imagine.
Primeramente, GG's a Víctor. Es muy mi amigo. Toda vez que jugamos es un dolor que uno que hay que perder siempre. Y eso duele mucho. Pero GG's a él jugó genial y enhorabuena por haber llegado hasta acá. Después quería agradecer a Gibus, que es mi coach, y a toda mi familia y mi novia que me van mirando desde la casa y a todos que estuvieron apoyándome, que es un montón para mí. Muchas gracias. Estoy en verdad muy feliz. Es mi tercer campeonato presencial y por fin me sale bien, los nervios, las deck picks y todo. Y creo que de mi 100 y estoy orgulloso de lo que logré hoy.
The only thing I understood there was that he gave a shout out to his family and he gave a shout out to his coach Jeebus. That's the only thing I got. Hey, we got Villains coming with a YouTube member subscription. Thank you so much for joining up, brother. Quick shout out, boys. Remember to click that join button, click that subscriber button. If you guys are enjoying the content, really helps support me. Remember to use creator code JuicyJ as well. Much love to you, sir.
No se olvida, el primero que no se olvida nunca. Oye, quiero hacer 2 cosas. Mira, para casa, el moderador que tengo ahí, spamea el código en casa para que la gente se lo lleve, pero tengo la última carta, el último trofeo aquí. Beca, que si quiere, lo puedes repartir tú. Ese es para ti, para los que están aquí ahora. Y desde casa, el moderador spamea la página, spamea el código y el más rápido lo va a congelar, ¿no? ¡Vamos! ¡Ahí está! No lo puedo creer. Ha llegado más lejos. Bueno, pues chicos, ahí está. Desde el directo y desde casa, canjearlo. El más rápido del oeste se lo va a llevar. Muchas gracias a todos, Lucas. Felicidades. Y nada, venga, Lucas, nos vemos en un próximo torneo. Un próximo presencial. Esperemos pronto, ¿no?
Sí, sí. Los torneos presenciales.
I really like this guy on the left of the tuxedo. He's a legend. I already know.
Muchas gracias.
Ahí está. Muchas gracias. Oye, gracias a todos. Un gusto. Como siempre. Muchas gracias. Bueno, pues nos vemos, chicos. Un abrazo, un placer y hasta otra. Gracias a toda la gente que está por ahí. Gracias al Ded y a todo el Dedsafio. Nos vemos.
Woo! GG! Let's go! The close-up. Hey! Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate y'all coming out. Dang. This went a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I'm not gonna lie. Remember to follow me on my social medias, guys. I'll throw it up right here. At JuicyJCR, at JuicyJ_CR. I got TikTok. We got Twitch, Instagram. Remember to sub to the YouTube channel. Join my Discord, discord.gg/JuicyJ. Thank you guys for coming out. Make sure you guys drop a sub. Remember to use creator code JuicyJ as well. That's going to be it for me, guys. I got to go try and see if I can catch up with some family for dinner. Shout out to Tim. Appreciate you. That's all I got. Thank you guys for coming through. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay juicy. Peace, boys. Peace.